Alright, so last time when we were with Mangler, he decided to do a bit of a challenge run with DMC, which only sounds like a challenge run in Mangler's eyes, because for most people, it's just how they normally play DMC, with the exception of capping yourself. So he's back once again to do this same challenge run on DMC4, which might require slightly more technical knowledge that no one here possesses except for maybe Devil. And Devil's not here right now, so once again, just like how everyone else plays DMC.
I don't know.
I'm actually kind of curious. Like, what information would you assume that would come from any of us that would like justify the opposite? Oh, hang on, it's not streaming yet. Pain.
Also, to keep in mind, we are in the first section of the DMC4 one. So while we can talk about the DMC3 one, we cannot talk about the DMC4 one. As far like you can't give me any information or anything that would be helpful.
Yeah, I know. You're fucking devastated.
I, I know.
Listen,
Or like
I know DMC.
knowledge of what enemies appear in like what mission. That would be knowledge that would be helpful. That would determine my approach.
Would that be helpful? Because, like, I mean, I just kill everything in sight. It doesn't matter to me what's in front of me. I'll just kill it.
Well, so if I know that there's going to be a section of enemies that are like super flighty, I might be like, hey, I need to build my disaster meter for Dante so that I can fucking span this entire goddamn room and not have to deal with anything there.
Yeah, you definitely play these games way differently. You would definitely play these games way differently than fucking anyone do.
We clearly don't operate with the same level of strategy.
Well, see, because I'm good at the games.
Oh, God.
Listen, what do you mean by strategy? Oh, the only strategy I need is my sword, my gun, and a button mapping. So, I don't think you're gonna... unless your Nero skills are better than I imagine, I don't think you're gonna make it very far in DMC4. I think DMC4 is harder than 3.
DMZ-wise?
Yeah.
No, not even close.
Uh-huh.
4 is the easiest DMD.
No, it's fucking not. Get out of here.
Yeah, it is.
In what metric?
You're about to see.
Alright, fine. If you die in Dante, though, I want you to shut the fuck up! You're not just gonna skip it?
I was gonna say, another difference here is that I wasn't running, I'm not running yellow orbs, because I actually had, they actually retire the usage of yellow orbs completely by DMC4. So they were technically supposed to be retired by DMC3. They brought them back with that weird yellow mode.
That was it?
So when I die, I will actually be able to revive on the spot. I'm going to say that for the difficulty of this, we'll just say it's probably around, let's say 7 gold orbs. Just going to throw a number out there. Let's see if it sticks. If it needs adjustment later,
Wait. So how many gold orbs are you going to get in this one?
7.
You're giving yourself 7 gold orbs to clear Nero's portion of the campaign?
No, I'm getting 7 gold orbs for the whole thing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that seems like a lot of gold orbs for Nero's portion of the campaign, mister. This is easier.
No.
Is it just me or is DMC5 Double Hunter mode is a bit easier, especially the Virtual Fire? It's just me. I think DMC5 is probably the easiest DMC game. At least in... I think it's just easiest in general. It's because by this point they had already refined the combat so much, and as long as you're not playing V, you don't really struggle. But who struggles while playing V?
Max items and can't even use them.
Oh, dude, the amount of grind you would need to get all those. Or you could just, like, S-rank everything. Alright, see. How are you all? I just got off work. I'm pretty good. I'm assuming Mangler's pretty good too. I beat Final Fantasy Strangers in Paradise today, so that was nice. Oof, about a tad bit amount of lag there. Hang on. Mangler, do you play with turbo mode on?
Yep.
I figured.
He is not close enough in taunting distance. Whoa.
Man, this is easy. Gets blasted with the shotgun.
That taunting fight's easy.
I think you might have to turn on turbo mode.
I have to what?
I think you might have to turn on turbo mode because, like, that entire fight, we only saw, like, 3 images for the majority of it. Because, like, your stream's just frozen. Yeah, like, we're about
to... wow.
Yeah, so... Or, you're using a LAN wire, right?
No, I don't have my LAN device now.
Can you get a LAN wire or no?
I can.
I think that might. I think if you get a LAN wire, it'll make the stream more consistent without internal turbo mode.
All right, hang on.
All right.
I'll disable it for just a sec.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like, let's try and fix that now before anything else happens.
Somebody.
Hello, J Warrior. Hello, Triple. Nah, that's just Virgil moving fast on the stream. Well, I should say Don's moving too fast in the game. No, so the problem is that like it's like direct like freezes of the game, or not freezes of the game. It's like direct freezes of the stream, which shouldn't be occurring unless like something's happening with the machine to tax it.
Well, I plugged in my cable.
What?
About to get the internet back.
What do you mean you broke your cable? That was like 2 seconds.
No, I'm plugging in the cable.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how did you break your cable? It's been like 2 seconds.
I got busy. All services are available. Okay. What the hell?
Subs on back in 20 minutes. All right, T-Tech. I'm pretty sure Mangler has not played Empire at War.
Here we go.
Mangler, have you played a game called?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Maybe use Power of Hope to fix it.
Possible.
Unfortunately, that would require me having hope.
Let me start this thing. There we go.
Alright.
Okay. We should be back into it now.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Hang on a second.
Oh yeah, Diablo Immortal dropped. You keep forgetting that. Blizzard hasn't released another Diablo game in like a long time.
Turbo or no?
I guess leave it on and we'll see what happens.
Doing turbo or no?
Assuming the wire connection fixes the
If it's still a problem, I was gonna say if it's still a problem by the second mission, we're trying to go on.
All right. This should fix it though.
Oh yeah. Section Nero's Exceed.
That's something I'm considering getting once I get Steam.
In fact, Greg, who's curious. Yeah.
Hey Zam, ever dealt with your electricity turning off for no reason? They're called power outages. Yeah, they happen from time to time.
Fun fact, Nero's Exceed, technically in lore, doesn't have to be, I don't think X-Act actually exists in lore. Nero can actually just canonically max-act whatever he wants, as he does right here.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure canonically there's not just 3 charges. He probably just revs it up every time he needs one. Can Earth 616 Captain America be Dante and Virgil? Probably not. I don't know where, like, are we talking like default or are we talking like specific kits? Even then, I don't know what version of Captain America could be Dante and Virgil specifically, unless it's like a super amped version.
Why can't they be curious?
The real questions. How does DMC5 stick with the anime look instead of the realistic face models? I think the reason they chose that was because of, I don't think they ever explained why they went for the realistic face models. If I had to make a guess, though, it was probably to help make newer characters look, like, more tame. Credo versus Agnus. I think the novel actually does cover that, right? Where it's like, Agnus says Credo could probably beat him, like, in a one-on-one.
Well, so it's depends on which version of Kratos or Agnes. So if Kratos ran in there bloodlusted at full strength and just tried to kill him as quickly as possible, Agnes would lose. Because Agnes wouldn't have enough time to activate his lifesteal to basically take away Kratos' demonic. But if Agnes is given time, where if Agnes gets the true Hellgate open and he's just absorbing energy, he would be Kratos. Because he confirms that if he absorbs enough demonic energy, Sanctus also corroborates this, and then he has feats that prove this, that when he absorbs enough demonic energy, he is able to contest Dante. Like Dante, Reza points out that he's absorbing so much demonic energy, he's gonna have to like beat to output more energy than what Agnes is currently. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Well, it's not that he says that he has to. It's the fact that he's absorbing so much that, like, when Dante DTs, it states that he now outputs more energy than what Agnes is absorbing, which is the writer letting us know very clearly his base form is not putting as much energy as Agnes's Angelo form.
I'm gonna say they did it because of DMC Devil May Cry face models in the game. That did it in the first in DMC series. No, I'm pretty sure it was just to fucking, like... I'm pretty sure it was just make characters seem more realistic. I think because, especially these days, realism's, like, asked about so much. I don't really understand why. Oh, yeah, fucking... Apparently Street Fighter's fucking roster got leaked. So, that was funny.
What new characters can we see?
As far as outside of the trailer, I don't think they like leaked any new characters directly, but they did leak a bunch of like returning cast. Can Cap scale a Thor? Nah, as far as I know, no. He might be able to like if you believe Death Battle's arguments for Thor's speed, he might scale speed wise, but I don't think they've ever fought each other directly. And even then, like, that battle speed for Thor is... It's very, very high up there. Rumors saying it's going to be Street Fighter versus MK or Street Fighter versus MK or Street Fighter. Nah, if fucking Street Fighter wants to do a crossover, their best bet is just crossover with SNK. There's no reason for them not to just cross over with King of Fighters. Cap 1 scale, especially Cosmic King Thor. Also, the problem is that fucking like let's take a look at Death Bell, for example. Like the version of Thor they used, like technically you could argue Cap would scale to generic Thor maybe, but even then I kind of call bullshit on that. It depends on like how you want to like take certain like statements, speed feats and such. I'm in Street Fighter versus MK versus. I mean, like, Street Fighter could cross over Mortal Kombat. I don't think they ever really would, though. Because the fact that they haven't done it by now makes me question why they ever would. Unless that, like, actually got a leak. Street Fighter and Final Fighter are basically the same universe? No, that's why I'm saying they should just cross over with King of Fighters. They look visually similar, and they've already crossed over with Capcom SNK before. Like, the thing about Mortal Kombat is... Mortal Kombat's not very crossover, I guess, friendly. I know it sounds weird to say because they have an official crossover game. But that's what DC. Like, that's not... I wouldn't even call Capcom versus DC a proper crossover in the sense of, like, two studios working with each other. Because it was just NetherRealm got access to, like, DC characters to make Mortal Kombat character kits from.
So this is kind of what I'm talking about when I say like 4 isn't as difficult as 3. I was having enemies DT left and right. There were so many more of them that were DTing all the time. I don't think a single enemy, except for that one spare like blade or smoke or whatever you want to call it, was actually able to DT and hit, and it did nothing. Like, and maybe you want to say he's like either weaker or stronger. Like, generally, like these enemies, they're not equipped to handle damage. That's just like the max axe. Like that's not even considering how much damage they have when they're DT'd on top of them. Like damage output.
Oh, Smosh. Mike Hagger's definitely gonna be DLC with Street Fighter 6. No, yeah. So I guess you can output enough damage to like beat the clock.
Disgusting.
Lady versus Ruby Rose. Lady would win. Mike Hagger's definitely going to be DLC fighter in Street Fighter 6. I don't think Mike Hagger's going to be DLC. I think, well, let's see what the roster is first beforehand. I don't think Mike Hagger will be DLC. Doing homework, I'll see you in an hour or two. Alright, sounds good. Yes and no, that is canon, but from the dialogues from just 2 begs them differ from crossing paths. I believe MK versus DC is canon, but they don't really...
Only thing match.
What was that, Mangler? Mangler, you're lagging a little bit there with your mic. Your gameplay's fine, but you're lagging mic-wise. I think it's confirmed they did.
That and the clock was nerfed.
The clock was nerfed? You say the clock?
So the clock is very like it's been increased a little bit more. Enough to where like enemies with that responsive explosive option when they need to happen. That's kind of similar to 5s where it seems to activate after like kind of the 3rd death. Or like the 3rd death of an enemy rather than the 2nd death of an enemy.
Yeah.
Which is how 3 operates. But
yeah.
No,
yeah, like I know they have different timers. Have you seen Magneto vs. Tetsuo? I have not seen it, but I know the outcome of the fight, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Do you know Spider-Man's coming to PC? I did, but I'm not going to buy it. Is Samurai Showdown canon to SNK? I think they've kind of like... they've been cheeky about it, but I don't think they've outright confirmed it. Next up battle is Hercules with some Wukong, both mythological versions. I don't know why the fuck they would give some Wukong a matchup like that. Some Wukong in mythology literally has like, I think every single one of his hairs is a different power. Like, Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to Steam? Is it? No, it's not.
It's about to be. I've heard whispers from somebody that it's about to be. Like the exclusivity is about to end on that. Because it was always intended to be a timed exclusive. It's just a matter of like how much time, and I think what they were going for was about like 2.5 to 3 years, something like that. I don't know, what was FF7 remake release? Was that 2019 or 2020?
I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's coming to Steam or not.
Not as good as they used to be before now. I can't really do reversals anymore, but like, I kind of don't need to. Well, to be fair, I never needed to. I just want.
Yeah, so they haven't confirmed it's going to. Would you buy for Bully McGuire? I don't get mods. I should get mods. I play on PC, but I don't download mods. Their Epic Games contract ended, so Steam's next. They say. Can you source that? Good.
How's the stream looking as far as connection? Is it solid? Did the cable fix it?
Yeah, it hasn't actually like fucking stopped once. Yeah, so Wukong's gonna take that. Yeah, I saw Neil versus Tetsuo. I'm just kind of I mean, I saw the reasoning. It seems legit. I'm just curious as to like what the reactions are gonna be. I'm surprised you got hit by that. Power of Hope Dante versus Power of Sparta Kratos. Unfortunately, that doesn't help Kratos because he just get corrupted by demonic power. I mean, Hagar is pretty much the face of Final Fight, and other Final Fight characters appear in other Street Fighter games, so it's not really an excuse for him not to be in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, but he could be base roster. Links aren't official, and Burial the best boss. Is Mangler already gonna die? I think he's underestimating Burial here. I think he's been looking at the lore too much and being like, oh, Burial's trash. Alright. Oh, he's still alive? Oh, those are some nice table hoppers. Also, Mangler, try to like not like spoil it when you die. So that way we can keep watching it. So try and like keep your mouth shut until like I say you're dead. He's going with the standard tried and true test of alright, he just died. Yikes.
Man, that table hopper's fucking broken.
Don't underestimate DMD Burial. Leaks are official, Burial best website. How powerful is Levin from Stranger Things? Never watched Stranger Things. If Mangler loses 2 gold orbs here, I'm gonna fucking laugh my ass off. See, Mangler's proven me that like against the minor enemies, Mangler's like stomping out for sure. But I think Mangler underestimated the bosses a little bit.
No, so what happened specifically was that I forgot Burial has this fuck you get off me tool with the his BTX, like his flame explosion. Like that's a really good get off me tool for boss. I just forgot that like that in the arena is so good for me because he can just spam that and blow you against the wall. And you can watch the stream. Like I get caught between that and the wall several times. He just basically ping pongs me.
Dumb bitch. Yeah, no, he's related to Mundus. He's Mundus' prince.
Yep.
Purple flame.
That
Hello, Kyle.
right there.
Are you okay there, Mangler? Are you okay?
I mean, I guess we just call him Otis' son, technically. Otis' son,
Well,
right?
okay. So we would assume,
Prince.
yeah, we would assume because he's his prince, he'd be his son. But it could just be like he adopt, like logically, it should be his son. Sun Wukong is alive for every single one of his 72 transformations. No, like I'm sorry, but that battle was fucking stupid. Picking Sun Wukong of all people to fight Hercules. Why Sun Wukong? What are their connections?
Basically, all Western heroes are based off Hercules, and most Japanese and Eastern heroes are based off Sun Wukong to some extent. You can also argue that Sun Wukong is basically the first shonen protagonist to ever exist.
Okay, but like...
Wait. Which Hercules?
Mythology. They're doing mythology, and the problem is that people are arguing... The question people are stumped on is, like, Sun Wukong wins because of facts, but could Hercules come back due to, like, hacks?
I don't...
I'm gonna be honest, doesn't Hercules get most of his shit from, like, all of his labors, rather than, like, his physiology?
The problem is that everything in his labors would do fucking nothing, because Sun Wukong either has faced worse, or he has hacks that can just outdo it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, most of his stuff comes from his labors, does it not? Because that's where his best.
Yeah. It's weapons. It's weapons and equipment. He's literally the first Kratos.
Well, all of the Greek heroes fall under this. Like, Perseus is the same thing. Theseus is the same thing. Jason the Argonauts have the same thing. Like, every major Greek hero.
Yeah, and so did Achilles.
Yeah, no, Achilles right up there with the
hang on.
trademark.
I don't remember that one, bitch. The real question is, how would that battle even scale both characters? Well, they both have mythology enough to scale with, but actually, this is a good question. How do they scale Hercules? Do they go with, like, Mangler's version of, like, Greek myths?
No, you'd have to go with the Greeks' interpretation. Like, he held the sky, and you have to go with what the Greeks thought the sky was.
Why is this even a matchup then? Like, because they're not popular characters for the most
part. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've read Sun Wukong's shit and Journey to the West, but doesn't he also have a feat where he holds the sky or something?
I'm not
like, doesn't he literally have a feat where he jumps to the edge of the universe to try and get away from the Buddha?
Yeah, no, like, so straight up, fucking, no, like, speed-wise, unless they're gonna argue for inaccessible speed or something for Hercules, fucking Sun Wukong wanted to prove he was better than Buddha, so he goes all the way across the universe, writes his name on the pillars of creation, comes back, and we find out the pillar he wrote it on was the Buddha's finger. No, so like, Sun Wukong could turn to Hercules? Dude, he wouldn't even need to. This is such a stupid fucking matchup.
Doesn't he also have some, like, Journey to the West is when he's basically depowered? If they're using before he gets, like, nerfed by the other gods and the Jade Emperor, it's not even a fight. He can basically clone himself indefinitely, and he can basically fuck with all the gods, including the Jade Emperor.
This has to be one of the shittiest fucking matches I've ever heard. Who agrees Virgil's easy mode, Nero's mid, and Dante's hard mode? Only in DMC 4. So this is Omni Man versus Homelander 2.0. Well, this is what I'm confused on, is like, why is this a matchup? What did they want to do mythology for once?
Well, the problem is, it's not even, like, truly East versus West, because I wouldn't even consider Greece, like, truly West.
Yeah, but Paul Bunyan's not as impressive. Actually, Paul Bunyan carved... Well, no. I don't see why this is a thing. I kind of hope maybe that some... I hope they explain their reasonings for this matchup in, like, a Dead Battle cast, because I really want to know.
I hope they go into more detail if this is mythology or if they're using a specific version.
No, they'd have to use Journey to the West, unless they're...
No, by specific version, I mean, like Fate or any of the other, like Smite or something like that. I need to know, like, if they're going to use mythology or not, because it gets a little bit weird if you're going to start arguing mythology.
There have been more deaths. Fucking Goku versus Sun
Also,
Wukong makes more sense than Hercules versus Sun Wukong.
considered to be the sky, like that's fucking that's just like at best it's like a multi-star construct.
The claim through
'Cause,
Ultra.
like the Greeks, I don't think the Greeks ever conferred or conceded that there were other star systems. They just thought that there were other stars in a perfect ordered universe.
No, no, like no,
But
make no
again, like
mistake,
that's a
like
universe where they believe
For
in a
Hercules,
geo.
you can like break bread and like say he's like physically and he can-
wait. No, hang on a minute. Is it ever stated that the sky is endless in Greek mythology or infinite or something akin to that?
No.
Are you sure? Because if they do have
Yes.
something for that, they might be able to get away with it.
Unless they might think the underworld might have been infinite, but the actual cosmos itself is no.
If they say the endless heavens or something, Death Battle's gonna use it. They have to. Otherwise, fucking, this is a massive fucking stomp. Even
Well,
then.
so this is
Guys,
the
because
problem. Like the Death Battle doesn't typically use these kinds of matchups. I think this might be their first example of this matchup. You know how Death Battle is.
No, yeah, like this is really weird. Hang on.
I'd be really surprised if there wasn't influence painters because like after all the poems that I've read for like the Greek mythology shit that I had to do for ancient history, the closest I ever came is finding it like maybe some Norse like text. Other than that, there is nothing that I found Greek wise.
Look, I'm gonna be honest here. This is just stupid. Hang on. They claim through Ultra Guy's blog they're using Journey to the West. So they're using Journey to the West Sun Wukong, so they're using him depowered. Death Battle will use base form Sun Wukong, not Buddhahood form. End of novel. Alright.
Problem is that like they can't just exclusively say Journey to the West because Sun Wukong literally has a story right before Journey to the West where he does like shit all the time.
Okay,
And
but
he's like a cosmic menace.
he's depowered in Journey of the West, right?
He does. He receives weapons and he receives different powers, but I think he's been like physically like weakened by the gods.
Hang on.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a second.
Jeremy Sands, like Kratos versus... What?
Well, no, you can go ahead and read your thing.
Oh, Jeremy Sands, like Kratos versus Spawn or Doctor Doom versus Darth Vader. Why are you pausing, boy? At least if you're gonna pause at the boss. At least pause at the boss fucking portion. You still gotta go through the fucking, like, you still gotta hit the thing around, remember?
I mean, the old count God of War and Greek mythology is the same because I don't. Well, so I've said before, and I'll explain this like very, very clearly, because people seem to misinterpret my position again. I don't argue that the God of War like are the same. What I argue is that they have most of the same history, and that at a certain point it deviates due to Kratos and his involvement in the story, and that's usually around the God of War. God of War. At that point, all of the hero stories and information past, basically. But until that point, the story.
Alright. So, for fun, Disney, Hercules, this is what they're using other than the mythology.
If it was gonna be Disney Hercules, it was gonna be Maui.
Look, I'm just so confused. So the problem is that they've already done this before. Technically, it's just the origins for Superman versus fucking Goku. Maybe they didn't want to do Superman versus Goku a second time. They should have done Achilles versus Siegfried. Probably would have been better.
Third time.
Oh yeah, third time, yeah. Because fucking yeah, I forgot they. Man, it was so stupid. They did Blue before any information came out for Blue. They probably added those other stuff just because they know Hercules would lose naturally.
Oh, fucking, I hate this goddamn jump thing.
Achilles versus Siegfried sounds pretty good.
Wait.
What? Why do you think?
Oh, that's right. The fucking snatch is fucked up in this game.
Yeah, I don't know how much people know about. I think a better fight would have been like nuclear, like technology.
Hang on, you cut out, but hang on. Mangler was bitching about Snatch for a moment.
So Nero's snatch is his input timing is it's bugged. It's like it's not correct. So when he snatches, it doesn't actually fit the timing. Let me show you the watch.
All right.
Like you have like it looks like I'm doing it correctly, but it actually misses a spot. Do you notice I'm enemy stepping? That's because like it doesn't land at the top like it's supposed to.
I see. Nero, what if you guys said about Sun Wukong is true, then they're probably going to do this for a pseudo fix-up for Sun Wukong, or for Goku Superman. I'm going to be honest, and I might get shit for this, but if you believe Goku scales to inaccessible speeds, and if you believe that, he beats base Superman in the fight.
Which is Superman.
No, well, I'm gonna be honest. To argue that Superman the problem with comics, I think overall, is that you fucking have this problem of like character has feet, but this feet is inconsistent because comics are inconsistent. Mangler scared
I
to go.
hate this war so much. This is the kind of time-wasting nonsense that I talk about. This is why I don't play fours get paid. People are like, yeah, I love this game because of all the physics and all the manipulation and stuff. I'm like, what about your level design?
Goku versus
talk about that.
Goku versus Mori Jin. I'm pretty sure Goku wins AP wise, right?
Goku's also faster. Mori Jin, at best, even at the moment, is still Solar System level or like Solar System Plus. Unless we get some like universal shit, which I'm surprised we haven't at the moment. Yeah, sadly, Mori Jin's only gonna say like Solar Plus, which is like really like that's stupid to me because like Mori Jin comes from a series where you expect that there's gonna be uni shit, but it just never shows up at the moment.
Yamcha versus John Arc. It's just a stomp for Yamcha. Anyways, go, no. But that's Tech Mangler. Didn't know that.
I'm sorry, what?
No, they were talking about your like little infomercial there.
This Tech Mangler? I didn't know that. You didn't know? Well, no. So that's not tech. That's a bug. So like it wasn't implemented properly. I mean, Nero's kit in general wasn't finished. We actually know that by the fact that like his coding actually reveals he has Payline in his coding. He has the move Payline in his thing, and it's an unfinished move. Like it's not actually finished at all. Not to mention his kit is very bare bones.
Kyle, Achilles or Siegfried are both invulnerable. Both have one weak point, so it would be a better matchup.
That's pretty good for Achilles, but I'm saying for like Hercules, a better matchup would probably be Kukulane from Celtic.
Yeah, no one cares. What the fuck is Siegfried's weak
Dude,
spot?
fuck you. The Celtic mythology is awesome. How about you actually start reading it, seeming you're doing like Irish in your book?
Listen. Fuck you.
Get cultured, swine.
I am cultured. Mythologies are garbage.
Yeah, get cultured before I come over there and learn Espanol.
Go ahead and try.
I'm still gonna pronounce it like that just because it shits you.
Bruh. Guts versus Hellboy. That's a terrible matchup.
Hellboy.
I'm sorry, but like, I get they both have artificial arms, but like Guts is weak as shit.
Guts' best matchup. I think he loses like both of his best matchups, which is like the girl from Claymore and Siegfried from Soul Calibur.
What the fuck? Did I really just die to a frost because my health went low? Fucking max out timing in this game is fucking ass. So much
What the fuck
better
did you get hit with that just annihilated your entire health bar?
Ice. And once again, I wish I would have recorded Mangler saying DMC4 is going to be easier than DMC3.
It is. I'm already on the 3rd level, and I've only died twice.
I was gonna
Also,
say,
I
to be
died.
fair, he's not wrong. It is an easier game.
No, you died only. I think you died once before mission 3 on fucking the DMC 3 run. I don't think you died to Cerberus more than once.
Yeah, but how many times did I die to Cerberus?
You only died once, I think. Or did
Actually,
you?
no, I died to Hell Vanguard, and I died like 5 times to Cerberus.
How many gold orbs did we give you?
7.
We gave you 7 tries? Oh, alright, never mind then, yeah. Alright, so you're currently... So if you die one more time in this mission, you're basically same difficulty. Sharon versus Shaggy? Probably Shaggy based off the memes. How strong is Ku from Myth? No fucking clue. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. So, did you hear the news that apparently the Dragon Ball movies are actually a different canon?
Yeah, that's been knowledge for like 5 years now.
No, I mean the Super movies. Apparently, like I think they recently mentioned, on the Discord server, someone mentioned it. Apparently, they're officially confirmed a separate canon for the Super movies.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
At least they're consistent.
I mean, I guess that's fair. They've already got a statement saying like all the different movies are in different universes anyway.
This is complete trash. So then, like at this point, unironically, unless you composite Goku, there's no reason to like go through multiple media.
Wait, that means he doesn't get any of the shit from the new Broly movie.
So Super Broly isn't actually canon.
I mean, it's mentioned, but we need to wait for the anime to do its own rendition when it comes back.
I think it's confirmed he's gonna appear in the manga soon.
Yeah, so the way you would view it is the same way that Resurrection of F exists in comparison to the anime's version. Because even like Dragon Ball Super's manga has its own version of Resurrection of F that was written away from the main like manga. It has one separate like section you have to like go and get.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, in the Moro arc, don't they talk about like Broly himself?
I think they mention him briefly, but the problem I have with this is like they went out of their way to rewrite Broly just to make him canon, and then went right out of their way to say nah. Oh, you're being gyro blade stunned? Hello, Pimp Demon. Well, so then currently the movies are
even better. I'm being description stunned.
Yeah, no. So, the Dragon Ball movies are no longer viable to use apparently for scaling unless you composite Goku. But at this point, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm just gonna read Dragon Ball Super's manga. I don't even think I'm gonna bother with the anime at this point. I think I'm just gonna scale manga Goku.
The manga is the better version, honestly.
It's just like, man, there are so many different versions. I'm just so done with this shit.
Isn't there also a novel version of the Broly movie?
Oh, I hope not. Although that version's probably canon. Yeah, so fucking that's just that. When I heard that, I'm just like, oh no. The Emperor of Mankind versus Dark Schneider, probably Emperor of Mankind. Because I'm assuming Dark Schneider's the character from Bastard, or from that one. It's Bastard, right, Kyle? That's the one you like?
You couldn't pay me enough money to fucking go through Warhammer, the fucking Power Scout.
You don't need to. He's 1A.
I would.
There you go, Kyle.
It would take me fucking... So.
Is Dark Schneider even tier 1?
No, he's low multi.
Then yeah, no, he loses just by sheer AP stompage. The god apparently, and I call bullshit on the scaling for the Emperor of Mankind based on what I know, but according to these fuckers, the Emperor of Mankind in his chair is 1A, but outside of his chair, he's not 1A. Even though he can literally do so much damage to somebody, the 1A gods of the verse can't put the guy back together. But don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just using deductive reasoning. Don't mind me.
Alright. Here we go.
Omni Man versus Garu. I don't know where One Punch Man scales Garu. Or Garo.
One Punch Man gets him to basically small planet, if not just outright planet level. And Omni Man, you can argue to be anywhere from like large planet to fucking star, depending on what you're willing to buy. And you can also argue that Omni Man's just faster in general, even before he starts doing like the space warps.
I was gonna say, I feel like Omni Man's probably just faster. Yeah, no, but
everyone can fight me. Garo versus Rao, best fight. Let's go.
Versus Rao. Why? What are Garo's connections to a real Chad? I still gotta finish the fucking Rao movies.
You call yourself a...
No, so I have to finish the Souther fucking fight, like, movie summary, and then I'm done with all the OVAs except for Kenshiro Den. And then afterwards, I fucking gotta sit down and I gotta fucking...
But just for shits and giggles, also power scale, like the gag comic.
I'm gonna be honest, it's still one of the funniest things I've read in a while.
Not a blitz.
A lot of people think Elden Ring... Oh, you got this, Mangler. Come on. Smoke and Texas style. A lot of people think Elden Ring characters are stronger than Dark Souls equalized, or than Dark Souls characters. I don't know about that. I'd have to see what Elden Ring brings to the table. But I'm pretty sure that's not likely. Metal Bat versus Ozros, that's equalized. Ozros still takes that because of like better projectiles and range. In a few scenes in Twin Sanity, Crash has a lightsaber and it can do a key blast. Good for Crash. Some pretty good stuff. Alright, Mangler, you got this. Come on. Come on, Mangler. You got this. Metro Man versus Homelander. Metro Man would stomp him out.
Worst enemy ever.
Marty Madicare versus Oscar Sharktail. I don't know the first one. Unironically, I think you could like legitimately argue that Metro Man's probably the fastest Superman clone besides Superman. Like he's probably like the fastest one of those people.
I don't even know who that is.
What?
Who is the character?
You don't know who Metro Man is? Have you ever seen Megamind?
Yes.
You know the Superman clone in Megamind? The guy in the white? That's Metro Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, he speed blitzes like all these fuckers.
I was gonna say, he has a feat where, like, this is a feat, but it's also, like, the most casual thing he does, where in the midst of, like, the first crisis that they have in the movie where Mega Man's, like, Mega Man's challenging him, like, later on, when you realize he's become, like, Music Man, where he's, like, retired, he basically leaves the battle, goes and, like, has, like, a cup of coffee, goes through a library and reads a bunch of books. He has, like, this life discovery journey, and everyone around him is perceived as, like, completely and totally physically stopped.
Metro Man can move
and
so
he's
fast.
just moving with raw speed. They don't even know. And then he has time to run all the way back to the battlefield and throw a corpse that he found in some area into the fucking, like, room.
Okay, Omni Man.
To basically fake his death.
Is Omni Man the fastest?
That's pretty cool.
Because I was gonna say fucking.
No, so it's like the most disgusting speed feat you've ever seen, and it's in a Disney movie. And it's like, why is this here? I mean, I guess he's supposed to be like, you know.
If you told me that feat and you didn't tell me it was from a fucking Disney movie, I would have said, "What Flash comic?"
No, and the funniest thing too is he goes to a library and he's searching the books and like skimming them to see which one he wants to read, and he starts reading them in a diner, eating other people's fries in the air. I think
he even gets multiple off the shelf and he starts reading them after another. So he's been there for like 20, 30 minutes or something, and then he
no. You're assuming he's a fast reader. But he doesn't look like he's reading all that fast. Like, those books are probably taking, like...
I know, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he's reading them, like, insanely fast. So if it's probably, like, way longer than that.
It's definitely... It's not Disney, it's DreamWorks. Alright, apologies. It's a DreamWorks movie. It's definitely...
Probably an insane I like NFL feet. For being honest.
So are you telling me that if they ever did like Gru vs Megamind would fucking like ass rape him in speed?
Megamind technically doesn't scale to that, although this depends on how you want to take his final fight against Titan.
It's been a while since I've seen
remember.
it. Did Titan scale to him?
So Titan got the powers of Metro Man, and Megamind could fight him in a direct fight, but you could argue that was because he was kind of like... So if you believe Titan scales to Metro Man, then Megamind scales by the end. If you don't, Megamind doesn't scale.
Well, then that entire speed feed seems a little redundant by comparison, because it's just like, how do you even react with someone moving this quickly if you've never demonstrated anything like that?
Well, so
Metromind, the problem is that Megamind demonstrates he does not know. He literally did not know until like the end of the movie that Music Man. What the fuck is his name?
just call Metro Man.
I know Metro Man faked his death. He did not know Metro Man faked his death. He found out later on.
Yeah.
It's revealed in that scene that he's still frozen, just like everyone.
Yes, but the problem is that before that scene as well, he couldn't fight Titan, and then he comes back to fight Titan in hand-to-hand combat and beats him. So you could argue that now that he knows that kind of speed exists, maybe it low-key like amped him. I'm not gonna argue for that. Well, so the evidence is that he can fight. Well, so the evidence that he can fight Metro Man, or he can fight Titan, who should scale to Metro Man, because he has Metro Man's powers. So you now have to argue that Titan, who's bloodlusted, is holding back.
Well, it's more so the problem that like Metro Man, or not Metro Man, fucking Megamind has never demonstrated those feats. You could argue he'd be doing it with technology, but like, there's no basis for him to be moving at those speeds.
Again, this would just be scaling off of Titan. This would just be scaling off of Titan if you believe Titan scales.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we have direct anti-feats to that.
Well, the only
Metro Man's feat is so blatantly anti-feat that it's like, but you can really only argue if he amped himself with technology, which would be fair because now he would have that knowledge.
Again, like, so
if the feat was actually done with his own.
That's like a star of the movie though. He does like make better technology by the end, and while he does fight Titan with like armored gloves and I think boots. Megamind beat Titan because he got lucky and landed near him with the gun that drains his powers. Yeah, but so this would be a speed situation, and we're referring to when he's like disguised as Metro Man, he's over there fighting Titan. And even then, though, he can still react to Titan's attacks. It's just that Titan, like, is stronger than him on average. Do you know Steven Universe can move with those kinds of speeds that Metro Man has? Are we sure Steven Universe doesn't stop time directly? He even goes to the park. That is true. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. It's not one I'm going to fight for too hard because, like, it's definitely one of the weirdest feats to argue someone's skills to. I'm just saying that technically... What?
I perceive everyone as, like, time stop.
Unironically, I'm sure Metro Man's fucking...
This movie.
Nah, watch. Metro Man's feet's probably calc to, like, I don't know, 10 times the speed of light, I bet. Some stupidly low calc like that, I guarantee you.
Oh, there's no way. Those speeds have to be fucking better than, like...
Nah, that sounds about right, actually.
Watch.
I'm not gonna lie. I bet that's what the calc would come to.
Oh, massively hypersonic.
What? No.
According to the Versus Battle Wiki, he's
rough. I was gonna say, like, that seems more like that's a feat that seems way better than fucking what's it called?
At best he's subrelativistic. Holy fuck.
I feel like this might be one of the pages that are like a little bit outdated.
Their argument is that you can see him in frames. I think moving once and twice in the frame when he first leaves and comes back. Technically, I think it's shown like in like the repeat. No. I know where it's coming from. If you actually watch the movie and watch it frame by frame, when the first fight happens, Metro Man will appear for one frame. So their argument is because of that frame. That's I think what they're basing the speed off of.
Oh my god, who the fuck watched the movie and went frame by frame just to check that shit? That's bullshit.
So I think what happened was that after the movie showed it, I think someone went back to watch it to see if he's actually there, and yeah, he's actually there. Yeah.
Wait. I would have to see that myself to see what they're talking about. I don't trust VSB with those calcs.
Like, maybe you could ask Neo. That's the most stupid shit. No, I'm going to be honest. I thought it was at least going to hit FTL. The fact that it's only sub-rel sounds so wrong.
When were they referring to him being there in the movie?
Okay.
Because so he goes to the lair for Megamind.
Okay, so...
And then he leaves?
Yes.
When he's inside the giant, like, hopper building.
Yes. But, so here's the thing, though. If you watch the actual movie frame by frame, at the start of the movie, when Megamind's giving his whole speech, you will see Metro Man there for one frame. Here, let me see if I can look it up just to confirm this.
So, is that on purpose, or is that just like an error?
Yeah, it's on purpose. It's a continuity thing the animators did. So, to make sure the story was consistent, the animators went... Metro Man behind Megamind Easter egg. Hang on. Yeah, right here. Here we go.
Still on mission 4? I am still on mission 4. About to be done with mission 4, though.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Okay, you don't see him directly, but you do see like the after image of him.
That still wouldn't matter.
According to VSB, it would.
That would mean he has multiple after images doing different things in real time across the city. I mean, he was moving way before Mega Man.
Listen. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. After images seem so impressive based on what you read on them, but apparently they get the stupidest calcs to like fucking hypersonic or some shit. No, you can actually see Metro Man darken for one frame when you see him behind Mega Man. Or Mega Man.
Apparently I found out that like if somebody can disappear in front of a regular human, that means they're only like 10 times faster than their reactions, apparently. So it's like fucking hypersonic.
I mean, it's not too bad for street-level characters.
Be like above 9,000 miles per hour, approximately.
Okay, yeah. So for one frame, Metro Man appears in Mega Man's camera. For one frame. You have to slow it down to like 25 times speed, though, to even see the after image.
Bro, that seems OP. That's like that one episode in Ben 10 with... You remember when they go back home and they're catching the baseball game and Ben's like fucking with everyone with Accelerate?
Yeah. Dude,
that's literally like slowing down any speedster you've seen just to see how fast they're moving, and then arguing they're not this speed because I can slow down the frames.
Well, the problem is, isn't there shit like that for the Flash as well?
Yeah, but the Flash is so inconsistent in general.
You can do the exact same thing for the Flash. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, so that's why Metro Man's apparently feed is massively is only just massively hypersonic, or I don't even think it's massive, I think it's just hypersonic. Yeah, that was something. I I'm honestly surprised on that one. How powerful is Hancock?
That depends. Is he close or far away from his significant other?
What a fucking...
Yeah, I was gonna say his lore is kind of weird.
Mangler's game feat, Mangler from Australia, and Zim. Hello, Hassan. Yeah, I gotta be honest. That just sounds so fucking wrong. But technically, I think if you can move at the speed of light, you can cross the Earth like 108,000 times or something.
I thought it was only 8 times.
Here, let me check. I hang on. I could be wrong.
On we go to mission 5. I'm still gonna say that's fucking petty.
Okay, hang on.
I don't think that should count either. No one can expect you to be
if I watched the
down.
movie, if I watched the movie and no one told me that, I would have just assumed that's like faster than light.
Okay, so apparently light travels the Earth 7.5 times in 1 second. So yeah, you're right. So Metro Man Speedblitz is Omni Man, Homelander, and Brightburn. Well, Brightburn's not even part of the fucking discussion. That's just a little kid who's gonna get his ass beat by any of these. I don't even think Brightburn beats Homelander. And you can see after images throughout the entire show of Steven Universe future. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know about Steven Universe, but no, I don't think. He might still speed blitz Homelander, but if the calculation's anything accurate, he wouldn't.
I don't know. I think he might speed blitz comic Homelander, but I don't think he speed blitzes like TV Homelander.
Well, they got a new season. Have they got a new feats yet?
Not anything for Homelander specifically, but I remember like Homelander's like stupid fast.
Oh, we already know the outcome for Magneto versus Tetsuo. I just didn't say it earlier because I'd rather let people sort of like mull on that one a little bit.
Yeah, that's it's interesting. It's very interesting if you take their reasoning.
Oh, that's just gonna be a little silly.
And it's one of those. I'm not gonna say anything, but it's one of those reasonings where it's just like, fuck, I'm not wrong, but I have like a gut reaction until I say that they're wrong, but I can't like fully disagree with their reasoning.
Again, like it just depends. If they're giving us the full evidence and telling us the whole truth directly, they're not wrong. If they're holding something back, then obviously like they're holding something back. The results are already out. It's already out on fucking.
But the results might be out, but I don't know how many people have actually seen it.
Yeah, the results are out already. It's already out on I think Rooster Teeth Plus or something. Brightburn losing the True Superman clothing. Did you miss a straight shot, Mangler? This is the.
Where?
Oh, okay. Yeah, the results are out already. Wait, who won? I'm not sure I want to say it. Like, I don't think it matters too much, but I kind of want to leave it alone just in case. I
want to leave it. I want to leave it alone because all three of us here not qualified to talk about this matchup at all.
That is true. The only person who would might show up later, and if he asks, we'll tell him. But beyond that, I don't think we're gonna say it because we don't have much of a stake in this fight.
Yeah, unless it's the MCU, I know fuck all about Marvel, and unless it's like I haven't even seen the Akira movie, so I can't even
I have not either. Hey, maybe we should watch it together sometime. Well, actually, the Akira movie is not even actually. I'm not gonna say anything.
I hear it's good, but it's one of those like those scenarios where people talk about so much and you just don't want to fucking watch it.
It's literally like what I feel about Cowboy Bebop. Everyone says it's the greatest thing out there, but like I just don't want to like. You're the first person I've actually met who like directly told me Cowboy Bebop is. I think your exact words were, "It's not bad, but it's not as good as everyone says it is."
Yeah, to me, Cowboy Bebop sits exactly where Demon Slayer is for me. It's aggressively mid.
Wonder what Neil thinks about the outcome. They think Weiss can use time dilation to beat Mitsuru. I can never take that battle's word.
I'll tell you this now. Until Neo sees their reasoning, he's going to vehemently hate the outcome.
Did I rate it a 5? I thought I rated it a 6 or a 7. I could have sworn I didn't rate it a 5. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 6.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought it would have taken more damage by now.
Actually, hang on a minute. I'm gonna keep Mangler's death timer up actually because so that way like we can keep track. He's on 2 deaths so far. Anyways,
I know people. I know people are gonna say you should watch it. It's like the fucking goat of anime, but I'm just gonna be real with you. When it comes to Cowboy Bebop, you're not missing anything.
hey Nello, go ahead and delete your comment for me, would you, buddy? Just for now.
Is that?
Oh, I'm telling Nello to delete the comment. Just so that way, like, in case you delete, if you guys figured out who won based on what Kyle just said, just delete your comment so that way, if Neil shows up, he doesn't see it right away. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
You can infer whatever you want from my comment. That could literally be anything from like the scaling.
Mangler versus Kyle. Mangler has back problems, but so does Kyle. Kyle works with tools all day.
People. That's a stupid question.
I'm gonna have to give it to Kyle.
I'm also playing a game right now, so.
Mangler's back is too much of a handicap. He has to go see a chiropractor. It's too much of a liability. Mangler wins. Kyle is just a copy.
This is true. You can never beat the original.
Have you not seen Deadpool versus Deathstroke? Sometimes the copy's better than the original.
Hello, Zim. Hello, Night Slayer. I gotta go back.
Balrog's literally over here replaying the fucking replica from Kingdom Hearts Calm. Not a fake. I don't care if you're the original. You're not better. Sorry, Balrog. You actually see that, so you understand the reference.
I haven't.
That scene is so funny if you have no context.
Well, that is a good question. Mangler, are you perfection?
Mangler's back would say no.
Fucking perfect cell. What the hell? Technically, neither is perfect cells.
No, Perfect Cell was technically perfect. You know, you just had a stupid just be Elden Ring. Ah, you did you? I still gotta beat it.
Just had a healing factor that didn't quite live up to its name.
I thought he was throwing shade at you for a second.
I mean, he might be throwing shade at me. I'll have to wait and see. Mangler, why don't you grab them mid-air so they don't fucking do the drop down?
You know it's not... Are you trying to go for like a triple S run? Because it's not mandatory to fight these fuckers.
I think he doesn't like anything
No,
lower
I'm
than
just trying
S.
to get the ET.
You don't have a boss fight anymore, do you?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, the Agnes boss fight.
Isn't Agnes boss fight next level?
Oh, wait, no, that isn't this mission.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Dumbass.
No, it's not. It's not this one.
Yeah, because the fucking... Yeah, it's mission's about 10 right now. Dumbasses. Or is it gonna end right now? No, you gotta go jump back here.
Oh my god, leave me alone. DMC 1 is my game that I know backwards and forwards.
Not according to Mangler.
Bruh, he posted new scans in the chat, and I have those fucking scans.
I know. He just doesn't trust anybody.
I know. It probably hurts. It hurts you more than it does me.
Where's DMC2's remake Capcom?
I remember, because I saw the scans you posted, and I'm thinking, fuck, they look really familiar, and I looked up at the very beginning, and I'm like, posted these.
I was there looking at it like, I'm pretty sure Kyle got those, but alright, Mangler got them, I guess he got them.
The ones involving the
literally took a screenshot of fucking everything for the last time you ringed my ass that apparently I didn't grab every piece of dialogue.
Good job, Kyle. We appreciate you. Or at least I do. So, Pimp Demon, I was going to play
Remember,
today.
guys,
Good.
I was going to say, we're releasing the true power that resides within. That is not Devil Trigger. That is something else. I'm not going to let that one go.
Anyways, so what happened was I was going to play some Elden Ring today and, like, not work on the novel, but then Mangler hits me up, like, in the middle of, So, Mangler hits me up, like, in the middle of the day after I finish Strangers in Paradise, so now I can just go full steam ahead on the novel. And he's like, hey, can we stream today? And I'm like, do you want to stream today? Because if that's the case, sure, and I'll just work on the novel. Who would have been a better matchup for some Wukong? I can't think of anybody who's a good matchup for him.
Not in mythology, anyway. Because sadly, like the closest you get to him is like any other Sun Wukong clone, which is like Goku, Morihjin, or like any other version of Sun Wukong.
And yet the clones usually all fall behind pretty badly. Why, Mangler? Why? He wanted to continue challenge runs. Yeah, I know. So, back to the novel. Toby, Andrew, and Tom, Spider-Man versus Bale, Pass, and Affleck. Affleck does not have the armored suit of Batman vs Superman. Even if he did have the armored suit does fuck all in this fight because the only reason he could fight fucking Superman was because of the fucking kryptonite gas. I'm gonna be honest. There's no 1-to-1 where Batman beats Spider-Man in the movies. Fuck. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that they said Spider-Man 2099 in Death Battle loses to Batman Beyond Batman, I call bullshit.
That was proven wrong. People have already debunked the fuck out of that.
There's no version of Batman that beats Spider-Man currently in standard keys. Cause they're... hang on a minute. Wait, do you not know how to cheat the dice game, or are you just, like, trolling?
You're not allowed to say anything.
That is true.
We can't help. We can't help him.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Fuck. That hurts.
Wait. I remember. Okay. No.
It's up to fate.
I am fate.
Oh, wait, up to the breather arm.
What are you doing?
Fuck. I already fucked it up. But whatever. One.
You deserve that.
Dice has feelings too. Leave it alone.
I'm gonna be honest. I completely forgot about that rule. It's just that like it irks me so much watching the dice game. I had to learn how to like. I had to learn how to choose it.
Once you know how to choose
Once
you know how to choose the dice game. Like I was gonna say, once you know how to choose the dice game, it's irritating watching people who don't know.
Yeah, it's like holy fuck. Why are you retarded?
So the funniest thing about the dice game, it's actually easier on DMD, and it's much harder on. Because on normal mode, half of these spots are yellow, so you just backtrack every time you land on one of them.
What do the purple spots actually do? No, the white spots do something on this one. What do the purple spots do? Because they're supposed to be white.
No, so the whites do nothing. Purple has a chance to send you to a boss, or like a boss.
Oh, does it? I never knew a purple did. I never
knew that's what it did.
Yeah, I always skipped it.
The ones gave you enemies.
I just always skipped
and the blue ones gave you like items.
That is the first time I've heard about this.
Let's be honest. It is much better if you land on a red one than it is on a yellow one, because on lower difficulties you'll have like yellow here, and you'll go like you'll go around like let's say 6 steps. You'll land on yellow around the corner, and you'll backtrack to the immediate yellow, and you'll have to restart your. And that fucks your progress.
I'm gonna be honest. Once you learn how the dice game works, I don't think it's that bad with yellows because you can plan around them. Purple trash.
Like someone said, like they always mean Batman prep. If you go Batman prep, you have to give like Peter prep, and that's not fun for Batman.
Well, so this is the problem, is like you gotta give Batman his most absurd levels of abilities and weapons to give him a chance. But at that point, I'm just gonna be like, behold the Spider-Man that has the Spider-Man that's Captain Universe. Because Captain Universe got upgraded when he fought Null. What? Mangler, did you fuck up?
Oh, here we go.
You didn't get boss fight, did you?
Also, you have a chance to get a boss rush, but otherwise it's a very difficult set of things.
Batman has prep. Spider-Man 670 says prep. Visits Reed Richards. Lol. No, that's the problem. Is that like okay? I agree with CD over there. No version of Batman can beat Spider-Man in like again. Well, this depends on the keys.
Like sadly now, even off the scaling for like Insomniac Spider-Man, he kicks the crap out of Arkham Batman now.
You can debate Andrew Spider-Man strongest Spider-Man because Andrew stopped holdback, right? No, that would just mean he's the one who's the most lethal. That wouldn't be the strongest. Technically, if we're going to discuss who's the strongest of 3 Spider-Man, the debate's currently between Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland. But I'd argue Tobey Maguire's like probably, if he's not like way stronger, he's like slightly stronger. I mean, I'd argue he's like a decent chunk stronger since...
You could... So I could say you could probably just flat out argue he's stronger because Tom Holland is bloodlusted.
Yeah, and
well... the very end of the movie.
Yeah, like...
He's trying to kill Dafoe, and you know...
And William is still keeping up.
Dude, I'm gonna be fucking honest. The only reason William Dafoe lost the fight the way he did is just because of the webbing.
So, like...
If it wasn't for the webbing, he probably would have fucking, like, stomped him out. Or at least he would have gotten more licks in. Can casually beat up Doc while Tom struggles? Let's clarify right now that... Okay, no, you're saying Tobey Maguire beat Doc.
So I'm gonna say this now. Even if he didn't infect, like, the arms with the suit, I still think he still would have been able to beat him.
You think he would beat Doc Ock? I'm gonna say he would have beat him because the suit of armor protected him. But if like he didn't have the suit of armor when Doc Ock had him there, he would have already been dead. He literally got saved because of the nanomachines. Tobey legit can handle the arms of Doc. No, like yeah, if we're looking at it objectively, Tobey Maguire is the best fighter for sure, and also probably the strongest one. But that also has to do with the fact that he's got the most years under his belt.
He's also, like, out of all of them, while the others are technically superhuman, Toby technically classifies as a fucking mutant.
I didn't think they didn't have time at the end of the movie, honestly, but I think the last fight should have been even more, but slowly going to Tom. No, because, so, Green Goblin himself confirms during the events of the movie that the reason he kind of beat Tom Holland the first time as easily as he did is because Tom Holland just doesn't want to hurt people. He doesn't want to hurt Green Goblin. And Green Goblin exploited that weakness. What about Darkclaw? Who the fuck is Darkclaw? No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you gotta be trolling a little bit if you're not arguing... Actually, that's wrong. What do you mean that's wrong? So the thing is the fucked up part about what the fight shows is that you can argue that Tom Holland's holding back in almost all of his fights. Which means that he was holding back against Thanos, presumably.
Well, that technically, I was going to say, technically, depending on what you argue, you might be able to argue that Andrew Garfield is just blatantly stronger.
The leak script...
Because he confirms he stops holding back.
Hang on.
During the
Oh. I see. Hang on. The leak script confirms Tom was bloodlusted? Wait, are you saying the script confirmed Tom was bloodlusted at the apartment fight? No fucking way.
That's all good. That's all good.
No, you're fucking lying.
This fucking...
Dude, if he's bloodlusted for that fight, no, bro. So then we would unironically have to argue Tom Holland got stronger either by the end of the movie. Well, actually, he only really beats Green Goblin no. He's bloodlusted during the final fight. Like, he literally says, I wanted to kill you myself.
I need to kill him.
No. He wanted to beat Goblin. He didn't want to kill him at the apartment. But he wanted to kill him at the end.
No, I'm talking at the end.
Yo, at the end, he's bloodlusted. In the apartment, there's no way he is.
No, he's still trying to play mediator between all the villains.
Dude, Pix, you gotta send scans for that. I don't believe it. That sounds ridiculous.
You can...
The only time you could argue
if
he's bloodlusted is after Aunt May dies.
You gotta send that. If that's what dude, if that's unironically bloodlusted Tom Holland, I will unironically argue Green Goblin beat Thanos in a one-on-one. Bring it on! I got this fight.
I'll argue that William would just walk through the MCU up to that point.
Wait, so when is like Green Goblin beating Thor?
Technically, Thanos can fight and scale Thor, and Spider-Man scales Thanos.
No.
He's able to he's directly hurts Thanos and can react to him.
He also, like, even though, like, Doctor Strange wasn't trying to hurt him, he could also somewhat keep up with Doctor Strange.
That's a little bit fallacious. So
it's not fallacious.
We see in... no, it is. Because
the
reason he's able to react to him is because he's going through Doctor Strange.
No. He's able to react to him outside of that for like a few moments, but he's still able to hurt him as well. So even if you want to say he doesn't, which just to be clear, even if you want to argue he can't, he doesn't. Source? How about watch the fucking fight, you blind motherfucker? Anyways, all joking aside though. All joking aside for a moment. Okay, even if you want to believe he doesn't scale directly at Thanos, he scales the people who can fight Thanos. But even then, he also deals the same amount of damage that Hulk does to fucking Thanos. And Hulk can fuck up Thor pretty badly.
Gee, if you want to know the fucked up bit, you could actually argue that Sandman would fuck him up as well.
Well, so the problem here is that we're dealing with a character who has like 7 to 8 different Avengers.
Let me ask you an honest to God question. Is fucking Thor the reason you don't like this, or what character do you not like Green Goblin just fucking dick slapping?
No. I just want you to substantiate evidence that allows like Spider-Man to beat Thor.
Hang on. Goblin punched Peter in the chest. Peter goes flying down the hallway but recovers and charges. He jumps on top of Goblin, brutally punching, not holding back. Okay, to be clear, that's not the same thing as Bloodlusted, but that's good for Goblin. It's not good for Tom Holland.
Bloodlusted, like boxers try and punch each other as hard as they can. They're not trying to kill each other.
I think there's a little bit of a difference there, but that would confirm he's weaker than Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 1. Because when Tobey Maguire gets serious, when he threatens like Mary Jane, he's not out to kill Goblin just yet. He's just like, I'm gonna put you down, but he's not out for kill blows. And he fucking, Green Goblin gets fucking destroyed. Wait. So
also as well, how do you want to take the fact that like Sandman was giving all 3 Spider-Mans to the hands?
Hacks.
And also, like, after rewatching the movie, I still say that Sandman, like, fucks Electro. Even though he was struggling to hold him, he was still strong enough to contain him a little bit.
Wait. I have a better question. So does that mean the reason Green Goblin thought he was holding back was because Tobey Maguire was so much stronger he thought he was holding back?
Wait, was he comparing him to Toby?
I think, because he's like strong enough to have it all. 2 weeks, bro. Imagine if the reason he thought he was holding back is because fucking Tobey Maguire beat his ass so hard. Bro, no.
He's stronger than this.
Also,
bro, could you imagine if we had like Spider-Man 3 Venom just come and give him the hands as well?
Oh, okay, I was gonna say right now. Someone asked if New Goblin would beat Tom Holland. I think New Goblin would beat Tom Holland, regardless of how you feel about the New Goblin Black Spider-Man fight. There's no denying he does keep up with Peter, and that's a way stronger Peter than even like.
What about Goblin from Amazing?
There's not enough direct one-to-ones between Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland Spider-Man. Oh, 18 viewers. Hey, hello everybody.
Well, yeah, but you can scale him to the fact of like he was struggling to go up against Electro and Lizard.
Who, Tom Holland or?
Like Tom Holland was keeping up with the Lizard, but it was like going to be a losing effort in the clock tower.
I think you could argue he's probably better. I'm pretty sure the suit is set to amp Peter. If the suit is a 10 times amp,
that's terrible.
Then New Goblin's about to do what his dad fucking couldn't. Are you proud of me now, Dad?
No, because then you can unironically argue that like Toby is over 10 times stronger than most of the characters who scale to or slightly above Spider-Man in MCU, which means he wouldn't just give Captain America the hands. He'd give him the fingers and fucking win.
Dude, if fucking... All I'm saying now is that if Tobey Maguire showed up to the airport fight, the only person who had a chance against him would be Vision and Wanda just because they have hacks. Unironically, New Goblin...
Powers are technically...
What?
AP, but...
No, I mean, can you...
Scarlet's... Wanda's powers are technically AP.
Well, okay, the point I'm trying to make is that the people who don't have, like, stupid abilities... I'm just saying that, unironically, Spider-Man's entire rogue gallery, I can argue, would probably beat the shit out of, like, the Avengers in 2012 and probably the Avengers during Age of Ultron.
You could probably argue that because Spider-Man's rogues gallery include, like, fucking Sandman and Electro.
Individually!
Yeah, so he's got like, rogues gallery, like, the Vulture, where it's like, okay, it's the Vulture. But,
Multiversal
like,
bomb, by the way?
You could argue Spider-Man 3, Sandman would give the entire MCU the hands with little effort.
How does it feel knowing that Spider-Man had the strongest rogues gallery all along? Oh, that's so... No, Bully Maguire? Bully Maguire's black suit. So, this is where scaling gets weird. If it's there the black suit makes Spider-Man 10 times stronger, that means that's kind of weird because New Goblin gets hurt by regular Spider, like Peter Parker, and they still react to each other. And, okay, New Goblin does get fucked by Black Suit, but he compares. Like, he's taking those licks like a fucking champ, and he's over there like... He doesn't land shots, but it's a close enough fight to where I would say they're comparable, but he's definitely weaker. What about Spider-Man 3 Venom? Spider-Man 3 Venom just beat the shit out of Peter directly. I think that's fair game. He needed help to fight him. Green Goblin...
Spider ain't got nothing on the Venom suit.
Dude, for reals. Green Goblin throws bombs. Strange. The barrier of the multiverse is breaking. When the Goblin bombs scale above the Infinity Gauntlet, feels good. Actually, no, they don't. Well, yeah, they do.
No, you find out that the only reason Green Goblin died in the first movie is because the cosmic power couldn't have William Dafoe stay that powerful.
This is the most bullshit scaly meta I think we've had in a while, and it's so funny.
The more we find out about, like, how fucking mad or how powerful, like, Tom was in that movie, the better it makes Toby look.
Nah, don't make the bombs. Let's stop that right now. You're right. They're out of reversal! Question, are we counting feats from the Spider-Man games?
No.
No.
Well, here's the thing. If we're scaling the bombs to Uni, I remember Peter
takes the bombs, yeah, directly. No.
Yeah, doesn't he take a bomb to the face?
To be fair, I think Tom Holland does too in the movie. In fairness.
Consistency.
Okay, no. I'm gonna be honest. We cannot use the Spider-Man 1 and 2 game feats. Because if we did, that includes Mysterio's bullshit, and that's something else entirely. Devil May Cry 4, but it's 2022. I love how it does.
Wait. Remind me, in the Spider-Man 2 game, I believe Mysterio appears in, doesn't he have, like, actual illusionary powers? It's not, like, bullshit? Like, technology?
It is bullshit technology, but what he can do with that bullshit technology makes Quentin Beck and the fucking drones look like fucking amateur hour at the local bar. Imagine if a guy said Tobey Maguire was holding back a lot and his actual full power is stronger to what his power was in Spider-Man 3 when he had the black suit. Bro, if that actually gets confirmed like in a fucking movie guide or something, that he's stronger than black suit Spider... I'm done. Although, to be fair, if that's true, Tom.
Here's the thing you have to like argue as well is the fact that like Green Goblin from the first movie can still keep up and throw hands with a stronger, more experienced like Toby.
He never actually fights Toby directly. He only shows up at...
Oh, really?
He never fights Toby directly. He shows up at the end in a surprise attack, and Doc Ock is fast enough to react to him and catch his glider, but that's about it. Toby doesn't react to him. Or more accurately, Toby doesn't do anything to, like, stop him. I think Toby's got some PTSD going on there, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, say what you want about Green Goblin and him being him, but Green Goblin was a friend that he killed. Like, that's
Wouldn't the strongest version of Spider-Man that's not like bullshit cosmic stuff be like either friend or foe or shattered dimensions?
I think friend or foe stronger, but yeah, friend or
foe is such a go-to game. If that had an online lobby that was still available, I'd love to go play that.
Did you know it's canonically based off the Sam Raimi universe?
Oh, really?
That's why Doc Ock looks like the Sam Raimi version. That's why Green Goblin looks like the Sam Raimi version. Technically, what friend or foe is the Sam Raimi universe.
Why is Venom still alive?
From what I understand, well, technically, Venom showed up in a new meteorite. Shattered Dimensions is low multiversal. That is true. Well,
Devil May Cry 4, but all we're talking about is the MCU.
Well, we can't help you, Mangler, remember?
Wasn't the
So if you could, would you be talking about nothing but that?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Wasn't the final boss of Friend or Foe Mysterio, or was it someone else?
Yeah, Mysterio is the most popular Spider-Man villain for games, but they never put him in the movies. And then they put him in one movie and killed him off right away. By the way, the script confirms the Goblin, Toby, etc. we see are the same from Raimi movies. I'm gonna be fucking real. The only fucking reason... The only reason you would assume they weren't is if you're a fucking purist on the Marvel Wiki who's like, oh, but they died, so it can't be them. A guy suddenly says, oh yeah, Toby used 1/10 of his power. Bro, if they actually meme Toby like that and say that shit, oh no. There's no sound from the game? Sorry about that. Hey Zim, what do Toby game give Toby in terms of feats? I don't remember specifically, but I remember Mysterio had some crazy shit going on.
God, that section is cursed.
Yeah, you know. Hulk Star regenerated from the Infinity God incident? I mean, we already knew that was going to happen. Do you think they'll make a console version of POC? No, it'll probably come out on PC. I don't think it'll come out on console. Where's Neo Zim? He just hasn't shown up. I don't control Neo. Funny thing, because one of the movie guides of Spider-Man Raimi confirms Toby holds back majority of the time. Dude! If Toby's that actually explains why he didn't kill Doc Ock. Do you see my last comment? Wait, so can Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse beat MCU Goblin? No. There's no reason to assume Spider-Verse. Wait. Do you mean do you mean the animated movie? I don't think Miles has anything that would demonstrate he could beat Green Goblin in that movie.
Well, there is a second movie coming out.
I think they're gonna cameo the MCU Spider. I think they're gonna cameo the other Spider-Man. That one. I highly doubt they're not gonna do it.
If they do that, I'm happy to see that Miles scales to Peter.
I mean, to be fair, they all scale relative to each other anyways. It's just that currently, right now, like, Peter from the Tobey Maguire movies will be the strongest. I want to say Andrew Garfield's the second strongest, but we have no reason to assume that. Well, I mean, he puts up a better fight against Electro, to be fair. There's also a statement from the first movie where Tobey gets stronger over time. Are you telling me Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man has fucking, like, reactive growth? Or, I guess, like, reactive evolution, technically? Accelerated development, my bad. If he does, I'm pretty sure it's going to scale to the other Spider-Man. That would explain why Tom Holland's strong enough to fight Green Goblin by the end. Can you use Spider in the Spider-Verse comic book for all three Spider-Men? Which one? When did they say that? Hold up, Viper? Yes, that's why he doesn't get stomped against Goblin on the second and third fight. Dude, if you got a scam for that, then you can argue that for all Spider-Man, I'm going to say. I don't think that's just for Tobey. Look at the second fight. Toby was manhandling Goblin. Toby was manhandling Goblin after Goblin fucking, like, basically told him, like, hey, I'm gonna kill your girlfriend. How is it that Andrew Spider-Man hasn't fought any other villains between Amazing Spider-Man 2 and No Way Home? Amazing Spider-Man 2 was Sinister 6. Well, he might have been able to fight more villains. It's just that we can't confirm what those villains can do. That's the problem. It's for feet per... There's no evidence for this, but I do believe that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is the second strongest, just due to age and experience.
God, you know what we can't wait for?
What?
We can't wait for Spider-Man to scale to Morbius.
It's Morbin time!
Oh, that meme is more popular than the movie will ever be.
Actually, to be fair, Andrew Garfield directly does scale to Tobey Maguire a little bit. He's, like, able to keep up with him directly in their little exchange.
Well, hey, let's be honest. How good would they do if none of them had back problems?
Kyle, you must be your favorite superhero. He's so relatable to you guys.
See, Mangler, we are the same person, just different universe versions. We both had back problems.
Let's talk about Spider-Man 3 the game. In one Spider-Man game, Tobey Spider-Man dodged light and lasers. I'm going to be honest, FTL should be common for most of the Spider-Man if you scale to the MCU, because you can scale the MCU some pretty silly shit. I don't know if you...
Is there a movie guide that says that, like, Iron Man's repulsors shoot actual lasers, or are they still energy beams?
I don't think they're lasers, are they? Tom Hardy's Venom versus Topher Grace's Venom? Topher Grace's Venom would fucking shit stomp him currently. When did Sora become 2B? He became 2B because of a guy named Bobby Scan upgraded the verse. Boy beats Morbius in the third game. Oh, that's right, you do fight Morbius in Spider-Man 3, the video game. Kyle, he already scales to Morbius, apparently. Venom
Can you
Rain...
imagine the reference? And just in the movie, when he goes to punch him, he just says it's Morgan time.
Who's Bobby Scan? He's a guy we know on Discord. He's a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and he's the one who upgraded Kingdom Hearts on VSB. Mangler disagrees with all of his scaling, but it seems to have been accepted.
So do a lot of cave scalers. And most of the people who oppose his position either aren't there or don't care anymore. So much of his arguments had holes in them. It's not even that I just like disagree with it. Like there's just so many arguments that are just objective. Right. Here comes the She-Viper fight.
Ain't no way he's that strong. Look at the evidence for yourself and, like, take a look. Mangler claims there's some, like, more context there, but, like, you know, might be worth taking a look at.
Yeah, there's context for, like, basically every world being a universe. We have those statements for every world being a universe.
Yeah, Mangler. Deep space, right?
Yeah, so he falsely extrapolated that Deep Space's world, which is a statement in Ultimecia Guide, not in the actual game, or anything related to the game, to an Ultimecia Guide that was never translated officially, that it was a universe, which, the only reason I would accept that is because Stitch's world actually has, like, the background for being larger than just, like, a solar system-sized dimension. Because due to the way that Little Stitch's, like, cosmology works, that it's about, like their basically their grand like federation for the aliens actually have like a basis to be traveling intergalactically, so it makes sense that they would have like a much larger cosmology. What he falsely did is that he assumed because of this we can argue therefore all the other worlds have universes because they have their own time access, and because one of them has a statement of the
Nah,
very
Mangler.
falsely assumed.
Nah, Mangler. Monstro is universal.
He also incorrectly asserted that you can't get from the world to another without a specific form of travel, completely ignoring Stitch, Geppetto, and Pinocchio, Monstro, Captain Hook, and Santa Claus.
Okay.
All which was like a massive preponderance of evidence to his claims.
I mean, isn't Santa Claus just in the Jack Skellington movie?
Yeah, I think. Well, actually, I've never seen the Nightmare Before Christmas, so
I'm asking. That's the one he shows up in.
Hang on. Why are we getting an MCU movie when MCU Hulk meets 2003 Hulk? No, never.
Well, so the 2A thing was because he basically started all worlds were universes, and there was an infinite number of them because the oceans between that exist between each world is endless in size. The problem is that even if the greater world was infinite in size, which I don't believe it has a statement for, it specifically stated that there are a countless number of worlds, never an endless number. And his inference about there being all the worlds being universes doesn't work when they literally make it clear that all of the worlds in the original world are already separated from one another. So you can't really make that argument that they'd all be the same size because they're not even comparable to one another. Let alone the fact that they're stuck in like different periods with different stories.
2003 Hulk, is that the Eric Banner Hulk?
I think so.
No. The one who fights Abomination?
No. The one before that one. The one that fights Absorption Man, I think his name is. Hang on. Is there any version of Spider-Man that isn't comic that can beat Superman? I don't think so. I don't even think Silver Age Spider-Man beats him unless he scales to Thor or something. Anyways, I mean, Santa's Son gives you all the feats you need. Is there any version? How strong is Overshadow Spider-Man? I don't know. I don't remember the scaling for Overshadows. James Franco's Goblin versus Dan DeHaan's Goblin. If that's Amazing Spider-Man 2 Goblin, fucking James Franco just stomps him. Yeah, no. But more importantly than that,
there are very few animated Spider-Mans that we know, so stay away from like saying like voice actors or shit like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna also. Okay.
Were you gonna read one, or I was gonna read a comment?
No, you can go ahead and read the comment, and I'll say what I was gonna say afterwards. It's fine.
Okay. I was gonna say Sora is consistently low to C to 2C at the most. Also, that's really only if you buy in scaling to the true KH, but that's kind of iffy for a number of reasons. I mean, aside from scaling like in the series and his anti-cheats against losing to the cheats at like a slightly earlier point in the game, and the fact that Xehanort just doesn't have knowledge on how the Keyblade works or how it's operating, and then Trinity limit. But like, if you want to scale him to that, honestly, you'd just be better off either compositing Sora or just using Data Sora, because Data Sora actually has legitimate like Uni Plus to 2C beats for the Datascape. Well, actually, it'd technically be Uni Plus beats because Datascapes in KH are explicitly stated to be made a locations where time can be made to loop indefinitely, and the impossible can become possible. Basically, where data can be used to manipulate and create any construct with any rules or any reality. So anything is literally possible.
So what I was gonna say is, I beat Stranger in Paradise
that also
today.
brings me to another thing I was gonna say.
Oh what?
Oh, okay.
Are you not done yet? Oh no! If you're still going on with your Kingdom Hearts thing, you can go ahead and finish real quickly.
So basically, Rob kind of falsely assumed that the nobodies scale to multiversal because they can fight Sora, and he failed to understand that in the first section of page 2, not only is Sora rusty, Sora's clobbering the fuck out of those dusks. Like, you're killing them so easily at the beginning of the game, it's not even funny. He gets tired as a result of fighting them after a period of time because they literally just keep attacking him like in an endless swarm, which is what the nobodies do. We also don't see that they're about to one-shot or seriously damage them. He just assumed that because Sora's about to guard himself, which doesn't mean that he's going to get one-shot. That's not even implied. It just mean he's now going to take damage. I mean, you'd be inferring that. But then he also falsely assumed that they can basically bully Ansem the Wise, who can block attacks from Axel, completely ignoring that Ansem the Wise performed those feats when he was inside of a data escape where he's the administrator and he has complete control over everything that goes on inside of that construct. And he can literally create programs to protect himself from people who use light and darkness. He can just use technology to defy actual powers and influence. What were you going to say, Kyle?
I didn't say anything.
Oh. I thought I heard you. My bad. Anyway, what did you want to say, Zoom? Assume you won't.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that I beat Stranger in Paradise today, and I now have new arguments to upgrade Final Fantasy 15.
Yes!
Red Dust is asking for your opinion on the commission artwork.
Is there a new version, or is it still the same version?
He said I just showed you the current state.
Before I asked.
I guess you just sent it to you right now, so when you get a chance, I think let's take a look at it.
Oh. God, these fucking enemies.
Huh? How? The 15 mission actually upgrades Arden's Darkness. Because what the Final Fantasy 15 mission in Stranger in Paradise confirms is the Lufenians have been taking the darkness of Final Fantasy 1, the shit that shuts down magic, that corrupts everything, and they've been dumping it in the Final Fantasy 15.
Wait, are they the demons in the Star Scourge?
No, well, honestly, you can argue they're the source of the Star Scourge. Wait. Oh, that's fucked.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can legitimately argue that. Oh, that is fucked. I didn't even think about that.
You're welcome.
This is my last comment. Kid Sasuke curse mark versus Green Goblin MCU. I'm pretty sure Green Goblin takes that. I don't think Kid Sasuke's source mark is all good. Hanukkah Dead or Alive versus Amy Sonic equal stats. I don't know what Amy's got to the table, but Hanukkah can copy any technique she sees. So I'm gonna get the Hanukkah.
Doesn't she also Skeleton the Ninjas?
He said equal stats.
Oh, equal?
Yes, she could copy anything Amy does.
I wish we had Neo who knows Sonic.
Wait, are you saying the Star Scourge is Uni? I'm not saying the Star Scourge is Uni, but according to the Final Fantasy 15 mission, they dumped their darkness in a non elegant way, and the Star Scourge came on a meteor that created the darkness. So either A, Arden's darkness is amped by Final Fantasy 1's darkness, or the Star Scourge is literally these fucking assholes throwing their darkness into the Final Fantasy 15 verse.
No, you can just say that the darkness from Final Fantasy 1 corrupted that meteor.
No, and even then, it kind of implies all the crystals scale to each other. Because they said that the fucking castle of Lucii houses a crystal, so it has the power to control one. But the way they describe it implies that it scales, it's like the same as their crystals. It's like implied to be the same technology.
Bro, I need to play this game. Is it actually decent to play?
You get a demo. Get the demo first. I think it has a demo, but I like it. It plays pretty nicely, but it is a little grindy. Hang on.
So is it like a good preview of what 16 will be?
Think of it as a more in-depth version of God of War 4. Well, how's God of War 4 play? Is it RB, RT, or how's God of War play? Because this game's combat is based off RB, RT, but there are different pauses and analog inputs you can do.
Oh. So I was gonna say Red Dust that works. Good.
It feels so good when everybody Spider-Man slaps the MCU.
Also,
I'd try and get a demo first, Kyle, to give it some gameplay, but I like it. If you're paranoid, just don't click.
time for the best fight in DMC4.
I'll read that later. Can Doom guy from Doom 1 beat Halo Master? Ooh, from Doom 1? Anger told me would have decapitated God if the helmet wasn't there. Wait, if the helmet actually protects him, that's kind of funny. That's actually a good feat. Ryu Hayabusa versus Green Goblin MCU. I'm going to give it to Ryu Hayabusa.
Why is there a lot of smoke in this?
Can Doom guy... I think Doom guy from Doom 1... Fuck. I don't think he can. Doom Guy, Doom 1, so not Doom Slayer. Fuck. I'm gonna give it to the Knight from Hollow Knight, but I don't think Doom Guy beats Master Chief in Doom 1. Hang on, fuck, I gotta keep writing my novel.
In Doom 1.
Well, he doesn't have any of his armor or any of his powers yet. That's only in Doom 2016. He's talking about the original Doom game where he's still just normal.
Yeah, but the idea of evil existed even in those versions.
That is true. But no, he doesn't fight the Icon of Sin till the second game. In the first game, he just fights the spider robot. Where would this bump fall as 15 terms of scaling? As far as I know right now, it depends. If you believe the energy sources of Final Fantasy 1 are uni, and the darkness can't be controlled by Lufenians, I think it's more of a hacks thing. I think it gets more of the magic hacks from Final Fantasies 1 through 6. I don't think it's the direct AP boost.
Time to fight some Durandal.
Nice. The official novelization. I need to get those fucking novels. Doom Guy's the Doom Slayer. Doom Guy is the Doom Slayer, but the problem is that the Doom Slayer is an amped version of Doom Guy. So they don't backscale. I don't know how Udon Comics upgrades Ryu precisely. Forgive me, Jeremy. I still have to read the Udon Comics to know that. But I think Ryu Hayabusa still takes that because he's at least like 2C.
I know Ryu has like, I don't remember if it was good feats in the Street Fighter 2 movie or if it was just like a good movie in general.
Will Doom Guy from Doom 64 be Master Chief? I think that's more fair. Icon Sin in Doom 2 likely is nowhere near the strength of the Eternal one. Not necessarily. So if Raimi Spider-Man can fight the MCU, then how does he scale to My Hero Academia? I don't know. I don't read My Hero Academia. Yeah, I mean, I think the Knight from Hollow Knight can be argued for multiversal.
From what I know of My Hero Academia, couldn't you argue like Captain America would like fuck that verse?
Well, maybe? I don't know. My Hero Academia scaling is weird. I'm so out of the loop. I think Doom 64...
The only person I know who scales it is Beyonder.
Well, we'll have to ask him sometime. Icon of Sin in 2... keep in mind that the Icon of Sin... Who is that in your Discord profile picture? You guys already roasted me on that one.
Oh, wait. Fuck. I forgot to buy gold orbs.
Do you have to...
Oh, no.
Okay. So,
I've never been able to catch those spears. So I'm not even going to give you shit for that.
I can catch those spears.
You can catch them. I know you can catch them. I've just never been able to get the timing down.
Is it because you're trash?
I'm just fucking pissed. I forgot to buy gold orbs. that was like a...
How you rectify that?
That's a free death, basically.
Yep, so you have 4 deaths now.
I mean, I'm fine with Kratos taking my life. That's fair.
The difficulty is dodge was die.
The fact that I died because I chose not to buy gold orbs.
So Devil, what happened to your profile
picture? He's playing on DMD, Devil.
Anyways, my Discord profile picture is a character in my novel called White. I believe you all roasted me for that one already.
I can't receive advice during this playthrough. This is the first section.
If he doesn't know everything about this fight, I'm gonna be disappointed in him. The person's profile is a white person. Her name is White. Raimi Spider-Man vs. Team Ruby.
Her name is White and her last name is Power.
No, her last name is White. Good job, Mangler. Anyways, how do you do that when you're already dead? Abandon all hope is a reference to Dante's Inferno, where in the Inferno. No, her name is White. Whatever, I'm not gonna get into this. In the Inferno, there's a sign that says "Abandon all hope, ye who enter." That's what it's referencing. I plan to do a review for Strangers of Paradise when I'm done going through all the classes, or I'll do a review and then I'll talk about like all my favorite classes afterwards.
All those iframes are probably generous.
I don't know. So, My Hero Academia has light speed now.
Are you asking or are you telling me? Because I just fucking like I just gave it like a shoulder shrug because I don't know.
Where's Black? There is a Black, but she's not like she's. Listen, I'm not gonna get into this. This is a little weird. Anyways, also for any of the 4 scans of the game, we have them all by knowledge. No, Mangler doesn't want help. Why did you name a white person white? Because there are people who
do not understand how the run works. You're not supposed to give advice on the first run.
Hey, Mangler.
The next time, you're up.
Mangler.
And I don't give you any advice.
Mangler.
But if you don't make it through with a set amount of gold orbs, then one of us decides to go through with full knowledge and full intel from everybody involved, but we only get half the gold orbs.
Mangler.
So for DMC4, is this you and Zim tag teaming, or is it you and Devil tag teaming?
I'm assuming it's Devil. I do.
Devil.
Mangler. Dodge his attacks. I'm sorry I helped you. Does Urahara scale the Continental? I don't think so. Most characters don't scale to the top tiers.
What the fuck? Dude, you have planetary scaling completely out of like. Why do people keep getting Continental from?
I don't know if he's talking about a Bleach character or if he's talking about somebody in My Hero called that.
No, Urahara is... I think her name's Uraraka, actually. Are you referring to the girl with brown hair, or no?
She controls gravity?
Almost pressed no.
No, so the problem is that, this is easy, try God Must Die Mangler. The problem is that, the girl with brown hair? Yeah, that's Uraraka, not Urahara. Urahara is the blonde dude from Bleach. Yeah, the icon statement should be based off the original icon. I think he's talking about the girl, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. Oh yeah, that DLC with Stranger of Paradise. I don't know if I'm going to do the end game.
It's been a very long time since I have fought Kratos. Oh my fucking god. I'm so goddamn out of practice.
Are you dead again?
So much... Yep.
Dude, he's about to die! I did not overlevel that final boss. No, you can't even overlevel that final boss because the game's like doesn't work that way. Slenderman? Slenderman versus Freddy Krueger? I guess Slenderman. Did you? Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to play the end game or not. I think I might wait for the DLC before I go back and play it. I might do a little bit of end game.
I really just missed.
Oh, Mangler, please tell me you're not going to die again. This is difficult to watch.
Oh, he got killed by the charge shot. Explosion.
Woo!
That
Okay. You
That
have
was so stupid.
one more death before you're technically, like, out.
I know, and I got killed by the fucking frost. I lost the Kratos because I didn't bring my gold orbs. Technically, I also died to Agnes when Agnes was at 5% health on the glass wall. That was... Wait, so I have one more life?
Yes. Or you can do it to where it's 7, then you get 7, then when you go to 8, it's over.
I think that's what we did last time.
Yes.
Right? Oh, I probably should have bought every gold. I'll get one when I get there.
Anyways, yeah, no, Red Dust. The character in my thing is just from my novel. That's what I'm working on right now.
Let me know that Kratos was responsible for half my death. And not for a slight miscalculation with Agnes and the Frost. I actually would have had 2 more lives.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna lose a life right here unless you fucking go Pam. Is it a boy or a girl? Yes. Why do you think the Demons of DMC5 don't have crazy hacks and statements of Visions of V and POC does? They do have the things talked with Beyonder. We agree Wolverine cleans the verse. What verse?
There's a lot of verses that have been discussed today. You will have to be a little bit more specific.
Question: Would the devil granted from Royal Guard and DMC4 be able to tank Supernova?
From what?
I don't know. Would the devil form granted from Royal Guard? Yeah, I'd be able to tank Supernova. Rain equalizes matchups so he doesn't know how to power scale. Yes, Testament mix up, I see. Well, I mean...
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can taunt demons' dead bodies to get DP.
I'm pretty sure DLC will probably use Jack's voice. Because most of that DLC is probably going to be before Jack becomes Garland. Only the Warrior of Light DLC, I think, is going to have Garland. My Hero?
I think...
I see. Sorry.
I think to answer your question on why the demons don't really have, like, the crazy hacks. To be fair... I think a lot of the points of like DMC5 specifically was more so to just like bring in the Clyfoth and like better scaling for the characters. I don't think it was about so much like hacks related things. To be fair, the games aside from DMC1 and DMC3, we haven't really gotten a lot of crazy hacks for various characters. We usually get them for
Nonsense.
The novels are usually what brings out a lot of the crazy hacks. POC is probably the first example of a game getting like this many upgrades arsenal-wise.
You're doing pretty good, actually. Toby, Andrew, and Tom versus Team Ruby and Juniper. They'd smash. DMC4 did a lot for Nero in terms of scaling and abilities. That is true.
It gave him his first game. I don't think it's the same thing as upgrading like existing cast or demons.
No, could you imagine if they had like the fucking Ruby tournament again, and you just had the free Spider-Mans come in, and just before like after they win, you just find out that backstage Toby told them how to do the Bully Maguire dance, and they all do it simultaneously.
New hit. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it on stream. DMC5 Virgil versus all of the bosses facing Devil May Cry series, excluding DMC5 Dante and Virgil. Virgil stomps. Damn. Except the spirit body. I'm kidding.
DMC5 Virgil versus all the bosses facing DMC5. Wait, excluding DMC5. Does this include like previous versions of Dante? Well, actually, yeah, no, because the only person who would be able to fight him would be like endgame versions of Dante, Virgil.
I mean, you could argue
Nero,
that
Sparta.
you could argue like Frode Urizen could probably fight him
For like maybe 5 seconds.
What are you talking
But
about?
like after that, Virgil would power climb him.
Oh, are you gonna claim that Urizen's not gonna get stronger during the fight either?
I mean, he will, but like, what human blood does he have pumping through his veins that's gonna make him stronger? Oh, that's right, none.
I mean,
Virgil's gonna be like,
so this is where
Urizen's gonna be like, what are you? I'm like, I'm you.
This is where I have like a bit of an issue with like the way technically these characters can potentially get stronger. Is that kind of goes against the? Did you go the wrong way?
No, wait.
You went the wrong way.
Went the wrong way.
You dipshit.
Let's go up.
Good, I hope the laser
Sorry,
fucking
are you
hits
helping
you.
me?
You know what? I'm not helping you. I'm
I-
ridiculing you. I asked you if you went the wrong way, and you did.
What? Mangler, you're supposed to go up the stairs.
Shut up. So what were we saying? Is it the complaints about characters getting stronger?
Is that like Dante's still exhausted and tired by the end of the Urizen fight? If the characters are getting this astronomically stronger in such a short amount of time, like Dante shouldn't have been tired after the Urizen fight. Unless we, again, like Urizen probably is getting stronger alongside it, so I don't really see the massive creep.
Well, so what I'm saying is at the end. Well, so at the end of DMC5, Virgil's fighting a way stronger Dante, where he'd be getting those progressive answer regardless. He also has humanity back, and he has his human blood.
Nah, Virgil
So,
actually, his heart beats 1 beat every 3 years.
like,
I claim that they both see everything as illusion and wouldn't fight. No. White
the issue
loses.
is just like it's the same issue we have with every other demon in DMC fighting Dante. It's like, yeah, you have a similar physiology, but it's like I just have more boosts than you do, and I just started at stronger levels. So even if you have astronomical boosts, I have more astronomical boosts than you do, and I have a higher starting point. I also have better abilities, better powers, better versions of the same abilities, and I'm a better fighter.
Can Green Goblin MCU fight Final Fantasy characters or not? Probably not. What Ruby and Nero have in common? Both lose their arms to katana users. You mean Yang? Oh,
You've literally just fulfilled Death Battle's requirements.
Look. It's okay. They wouldn't have Nero. They wouldn't have Yang show up in their death battle after they kind of already fucked up the last one.
I mean, all they would really need to do, aside from giving Dante like an existing kit, maybe. Also, remaking DMC2 would be weird gameplay wise for me because you could probably give like Lucia new moves and stuff, make Trish a full blown character. You just have to put in like more content lore wise. How would you handle Dante? Would you give him styles or would you make him the most advanced non-style switching version? Because I think both of those would technically work, but I would actually like to see like a more advanced non-style switching Dante. But DMC2 was supposed to be like the most like in-depth Dante we've seen without styles. Technically.
Last Yang fight or last Ruby character? Yang fight. Capcom devs tried to remake DMC2 versus Argo Sax, but they can't because Argo Sax was already perfect.
No, they just remake it, but you find out they just kept the fucking, like, PS2 polys.
Imagine they just literally ported PS2 Argo Sax. Both lost their games? What does that mean? No, they lost their arms, not their games. Oh, let me see. Yang, both are hotheads, both like weapons, both lose their games.
Yang doesn't like weapons. Ruby likes weapons.
Right.
And Nero doesn't like weapons. Nero doesn't particularly like weapons. He likes his weapons.
Do you think Raven Bramwell can beat Jetstream Sam and Raiden? Honestly, give them...
Yeah, but Amino's just cancer.
Give them like a speed upgrade and they probably could. Like, if you were to equalize their speed, I'd say...
what the anime is going to do?
Yeah, like, I was going to say, like, if you equalize Raven's speed with, like, Sam and Raiden's, I think she could probably beat them in a fight. I mean, her semblance sucks ass, but, like, her weapon, while it's not better than theirs...
Well, if you equalize them, the best Raiden gets is just, like, stronger hits. Because he doesn't get any of that, like, reflexive, like, skill.
Wait, Zim, your character White has white hair, right? Does she wear white clothes and have yellow eyes? I have a character who looks like that, but not this one, no. Why? Is that like a character, like a famous character or something?
It's funny. She's a, she's a she's a white character, and yet you've given her the dick of a black man.
Wow, Kyle. Wow. Why would you do this to me?
Isn't that what the character said in the bathroom scene?
Shut up.
That shot knocked it.
Pick writing that I see. I don't have to explain myself to you people.
I don't know who's mashing harder, you or Mangler.
It's my frustrations, Kyle. Shut up. Welcome back, Samaj. Sure, you have to explain yourself to Pimp, and he already does the job for me. I don't have to explain myself to Pimp. That's not true. He's just waiting for the next Tom novel.
As is everyone.
Zim had to watch porn to describe the features. I don't do sex scenes. No, Ryan, they wouldn't be able to because she can make new swords from fucking, from, like, dust. She unironically has a katana that kind of, like, circumvents the problem Raiden causes. Yet.
You like being hard counters, please, sir.
So Raiden Newhan, actually that's a lie, he does sex scenes. I don't write sex scenes. I have asked Newhan to draw some sex scenes for me, but I have not actually written sex scenes. That's just to clarify that one. And they're all perfectly normal. Nothing wrong, nothing weird there. Newhan can't confirm. Don't ask Newhan to confirm that actually. Any notable shooting FPS this year besides Marvel 2 Remake? Not sure. One boss fight from the true main character. Oh shit. Why did you stutter? I didn't stutter. I didn't stutter. Do I stutter? Did something happen? I was busy seeing Zim get cheated on. Apparently Newhan over there likes being stalked or he likes being stalked. I may do those scenes. I don't do those scenes. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Pimp Demon. I confirm except for the one with the pregnant woman. I did no such thing, Newhan. I did no pregnant woman commissions. That is wrong. The stars to ignore Agnes is to ignore Agnes.
Spill the dirt what your boyfriend's into.
What? No! Shut up! I don't do pregnancy scenes. That is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Although, if I were to give Bud her spin-off, I might have to do that. But I'm going to not give her a spin-off. That sounds like it'd be... That would just be pure smut the entire time. I don't do pregnancy scenes. That is just him fucking around.
It's just gonna be titled The Excellent Sexcapades.
It's literally gonna be Xavier trying to have a normal, like married life with their children, and Bun just wanting to have sex like non-stop as he deals with other problems. But I kind of already like moved the idea over to Alexander. Toby versus MCU Iron Man. Tobey Maguire. Zim doesn't do, but he pays commissions to Newhan. My commissions to Newhan are all pretty fucking tame. Let's clarify that.
Could you imagine in that fight, Iron Man just like, I am Iron Man, and you just have Toby like, get nuts.
You'll get the Infinity Gauntlet back when you get this damn door fixed. I don't do rape scenes either. That's not true. There are no rape scenes. Zim, what kind of kink do you have? I do not have any kink whatsoever. I am a pure boy. I am pure. Don't ask anyone to confirm that, please.
His kinks start with an R and end in an E.
What?
This is what I'm talking about right here.
What?
Most of the game is pretty easy on DMD. There's just one enemy that has a stupid little gimmick, and Agnes's gimmick is I summon enemies that are okay, and one of them being decent is the Cutlass, and it's sort of kind of a problem at this one moment if you're low on health, which I was.
Mangler skipping the cutscene because he's trying to get through the mission as quick as possible. Newman is impure. I am pure. You can check out some of the commissions I've already asked for him to do, and I think he's on.
Pure unadulterated sex pest.
No! There are some times they scar me for life. I did not scar you, Newhan. That's not true. I haven't even asked you for the werewolf sex scene. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? The game is on turbo.
Can I confirm that he does snuggle scenes?
Kyle!
I can't deny it.
Kyle! You son of a bitch! You know there's not a single rape scene in that novel.
I can't deny that. I can't deny that he does, and I can't confirm that he does.
You scumbag! You would be the worst person to call upon as a witness. You fucking fence sitter!
What do you think? I just be this? It's like I can't confirm nor deny he pushed her downstairs.
Listen, question, in a hypothetical situation, Dante with DMC5 managed to get all the previous devil forms from the past games, he managed to get back all the weapons, he excluding Sparta, would he be... Alright, he's not done yet. Kyle sounds like Hazami. Dude, Dante could beat all of DMC bosses probably now. The only one who can fuck with him is probably Virgil by the end of 5.
He pushed... sound like Hazama doesn't help. There's a lot of Hazamas in fiction. What are you telling me that's how Ren got rid of one of the women he impregnated? He pushed her down the stairs?
I don't recall her mentioning Ren impregnating women.
Oh, just pushing down the stairs, I got it.
I mean, he probably did. I'm not gonna... Well, I mean, he pushed Bun downstairs!
And it was funny.
It was funny. I'm really glad you like that situational humor. I laughed at that one. You would do exactly what we would do as testimony, trolling Zim. Listen. My book is perfectly tame. There are no RAPE scenes in that book. There's just implications that it happened at one point, but that's it.
He's right. There are no RAPE scenes, just struggle snuggle.
That's not true, Kyle!
No one likes rape, but who can say no to a struggle snuggle?
Never mind, that's final pass. Demon King's barehanded? Oh yeah, he could.
He's die. Quite enough of that.
But I still need to finish this game.
Hello, Neo. Anyways, yeah, no. Listen, I am perfectly pure. None of my smut commissions from Newhan are crazy or super gross in any way, shape, or form. They're all perfectly fine.
Oh, who are you trying to fool?
Fuck you, Mangler. Nothing I said.
Him.
What? What? Neo can't confirm anything. Neo knows nothing about my... I see Red doesn't understand the massive power Dante has in 5. He does not. The only one who'll be able to confirm if I'm pure or not is Newhan, and even then, he seems to be an unreliable source of information.
How convenient.
So, are you going to address any of Ryan's points, or are you going to concede?
Let me see. Not really, as Raven will still be needing to withdraw her sword from her sheath in order to make a new one, which leaves her wide open for Ryan's far better martial skill. Also, none of the powers removed from my knowledge will be able to impress the character like Ryan's character as such. Again, so you're assuming a speed difference there. I'm saying if there's speed... Dude, Raiden barely hits light speed if you're being generous. All a Ruby character has to do is dodge a beam of light, and they speed blitz the fucking game.
Also, I'm assuming you're not accounting for literally the two gods who like destroyed the moon, but.
Well, I'm not gonna scale fucking like Raven to that.
This literally stems from like an equalized matchup, and Ryan just decided to be like, "Yeah, speed."
No, yeah, like in an equalized matchup, I'm gonna give it to Raven over fucking Jetstream Sam, because Dust would be much more useful than most of his arsenal. No offense to Sam, I mean he did survive Brazil after all.
What is his arsenal like?
It's a katana.
High frequency blade, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. So I just give it to Raven at that point.
It's almost like the verse is a fucking like military shooter with stealth sections.
Well, here's the thing about it. It's like I wouldn't. Here's the thing. Despite Metal Gear having like some pretty unique abilities, I wouldn't really call the verse like a particularly hacks one. Aside from like a few characters though. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like it doesn't have like any good abilities or anything like that. But it's just like when I think of a hacked verse, I'm thinking of something like, for example, JoJo. You know, where just about every character in the mother has some stupid ability on them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because the dumbest abilities in Metal Gear belong to unique characters. They don't really scale to the entire cast.
Well, even some of the most like dumb abilities outside is literally just due to technology. Like Vamp, you find out that most of his shit is due to like machines.
Look, Hasai, I take L's from Zim every day. He brings his God card deck against my rookie decks, and every time he misses his Q with Morgana. I do not miss my Q every time with Morgana. That is a fucking lie. You know damn well that's a lie, Neohin. How fucking dare you? Oh, we got a porn bot.
Somebody asked where was I? What did I miss?
Oh, they were just asking because, like, they were discussing Tetsuo versus Magneto.
Oh, yeah, no, I still stand by that. Tetsuo like fucking murders Magneto. I've been rereading some of the entries just to be sure that I'm not tripping, and no, I can 100% confirm that Magneto should not be scaling the shit like Thor, like the Phoenix Force. At least not physically. Maybe with magnetism. That's a whole different story in itself.
Would you like me to send you the link to the fight?
You can. I've already seen spoilers for what the next fight's gonna be as well. I'm not gonna say it on stream, but unless you already
Oh,
did.
they know. We had like an hour
okay.
of discussion on why Sun Wukong would kick the shit out of Hercules.
So okay. So if we're going off of every myth and the like, still Hercules would lose, but he isn't as bad as a stomp. Well, it depends on which Sun Wukong actually, because if we're talking about him like,
Everyone's lying.
damn, it depends actually. Because Sun Wukong has like different power boosts depending on different like for example, if we're talking about like Wukong like before he got like the boost, before like he got a major boost, I would actually probably give that to Hercules. Well, no, not even give it to Hercules. I would probably say it's an inconclusive, but Hercules having like the AP a lot of the others. But
From what I've heard, they're using Journey to the West.
Oh, Journey to the West. Okay, then if that means just about everything. So in that case, yeah, no, Wukong's about to kick the shit out of Hercules. Cause like the most you can scale Hercules to, and keep in mind, I'm talking about like the original myth and the like. The most you can probably scale him to is to about as like what, like 3A through like certain scaling to other shit as well. It's bullshit. It's bullshit about the whole Cosmo yada yada.
Give me that little.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, no, I think I like the matchup though. I do like the matchup. Like conceptually speaking, I actually do love the matchup, and I'm surprised this even went through because while both technically have like animated mediums, canon and like myth does not go together. So like, yeah.
That battle just isn't meant for this one. No one knows why. I mean,
Wait,
they
what
were.
are just for this?
What?
Beat Dante from DMC 4 the perfect amulet sword. Not unless he was able to pull out the energy, because technically the Sparta sword can't activate its DT unless Mundus is around.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. Like, Ryan, you understand we are doing this as a like stats equalized, right? Stop trying to bring up speed.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, I'm not. I I'm not sure who actually did win the death battle. I did know some people have already seen it before.
I sent you the link.
I started going. Oh.
I sent you the link, so you can, it goes for 6 minutes.
All right, give me a minute.
I'll say I definitely recommend watching it since it does have their reasoning as well at the end. Listen, I think the weirdest thing I had Newhan draw, unironically, was just like white, and that was it. So no, fuck you guys. I'm pure. Fuck you guys. I'm pure. Oh, fuck all y'all.
Pure, unadulterated sex pest.
I am innocent.
I see. The glove didn't fit.
It did not, so therefore you must have quit. Ignore the fact it's leather and leather shrinks.
Alright, Zim.
What is for evidence?
Ryan still wants to have this debate with you. Go.
I was just addressing Zimma's point on Zimma's MGS Lightspeed statement.
Go up. He has one before that.
Yeah, nothing I said changes. Fucking Ryan at best gets to like sub row. I'm pretty sure Neo has Rule 34 related to not Hobino. Listen, I'm pretty sure these fuckers over here got some weird shit going on their own. They just keep fucking throwing shit at me even though I'm perfectly innocent. I just have vanilla foursomes and some wholesome
Vanilla
shit.
foursome. How can you say vanilla foursomes when you have women with dicks connecting to each other like the human centipede?
What the fuck? That is not true.
Okay. So I decided to just so I didn't
Your
watch the
porn
entire
makes
animation.
women look like links in a train.
We'll discuss this momentarily. Go ahead, Neo.
Okay, so I did see some of the reasoning and okay. So it kind of ties into what I was going to mention before. So like I've said before like many times that like Magneto does and does have like the versatility advantage. I will give him that. Like he does have many ways where he could theoretically incapacitate Tetsuo. The issue here being is that like he's far slower. He's like far. He's like far slower, and also just it doesn't really have anything that can like he doesn't really have anything that can really shield him from like the stuff that Tetsuo can do, like just outright and the likes. Like I won't like here's the thing, like this match is a bit of a weird one because there are win cons for Magneto. Like he can win this. It's not like this is a completely unwinnable match for him. It's just that in the most likely cases he's not going to win it. At least how I see it personally, because off of his. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, you can finish real quick. I thought you were done.
But nah, but I do find the whole thing about the Big Bang thing that Magneto be able to contain that bullshit. Nah, that's stupid. There's nothing he could have done to be able to get. Because like, here's the thing about that. So, I don't know why they like are arguing that he could contain or like control. Because not only does it have nothing metallic that or anything that he has shown to be able to control. Because like he does have control over energy to some capacity, but not to that level though.
Keep watching the reasoning if you haven't finished it, because they explain specifically why it would work for Magneto in this case.
Finish the conclusion and come back.
Yeah, because they do explain some more detail.
Okay, fine.
Well, hang on. Did you get to the part where they mentioned the atoms or whatever?
Nah, let him get to it.
All right. Zim, yeah, poster commissioning me to do both those sisters having wild savage sex. I don't recall commissioning you for just two girls going at it. I have one with I do have one with Bun. I have Alexander and his family. I have Ren and the robot arm girl. I don't think I have like anything else beyond that.
I think he's talking about the League of Legends sisters.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Thank you, Kyle, for reminding me. But I'm still here! There are people who think Gwen is A level. That's just weird. Alabama Commission. Technically, counting all of my commissions so far, most of them are. Some of them are incestual, potentially. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So no. I did. I did actually go through that. So what I was gonna say still does apply here though. Well, he can technically control, but not to that. Like for example, this is one of the reasons why I mentioned before in the channel that like he does have like limits on what he can control. For example, Magneto nearly died trying to, for example, control a planet-sized bullet that was going to destroy the planet and the likes. And that was his
What the
upper limit too. He was
fuck?
using all of his power.
Did you just say there was a planet-sized bullet? What the fuck is this, Super Mario Brothers? Did Bullet Bill come out of the game to fucking fuck up the Earth?
Yeah. Okay. I don't. There's a lot of context there, but basically there was this bull. There was like this metallic bull that was the size of the planet that was heading towards Earth and that was going to destroy it. Magneto, using all of his power, literally nearly died just trying to redirect that off course to its orbit. So no, he has a limitation to which he can control things, which is one of the reasons why I brought that up in the server like several times because we have no evidence that he can do it to that level though without straining himself massively.
But he scales to Hercules.
I take it you. Yeah, I was gonna say. I take it you disagree with where they scale him.
Hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. I just mentioned before that like he should not be anywhere near a Herald level unless you're just factoring in his metallic control. Because like literally in one issue, and I can even get this too, he just to be able to combat Thor, he had to actively use his metallic manipulation to close Thor in between two strong pillars of metal, and also had to use Mjolnir against him through magnetism to even fight him. He could never actually fight him with physical force because he's far weaker, as consistently was shown in the series. So it doesn't make any sense. And I shouldn't have to explain why him scaling to the Phoenix Force is even more stupid.
I don't know about the Phoenix Force, but all I saw is that they mentioned Hercules, so I'm not sure about the Phoenix Force. Also, yes, it's technically his family, because his aunt and quote-unquote sister are not blood-related, so technically.
I was gonna say, okay, I know they didn't mention that in the thing that you linked me, but I've seen people use that as an argument, and it's stupid because why would he scale to that when even the Phoenix Five, who had 1/5 of their power, was able to overpower Heralds, who he himself has no reason to be on par with unless we're factoring magnetic control specifically. It doesn't make any sense. I knew you were gonna pull some bullshit like that. And keep in mind, there should be no reason that he even scales to Hercules and physical power either, because it's literally the same reason for Thor. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. I knew you were gonna pull some bullshit like this. I knew it. So but the general gist of what I'm trying to get at here is, let's say in all fairness, he can control the Big Bang, a Big Bang and the likes. There should be no reason that it doesn't strain him, especially when it took him much energy and much strain for far less. It doesn't make any sense. And keep in mind, he's the most powerful magnetic controller in the entire verse. That's why he's an Omega level mutant because of it. So there should be no reason either.
I see. The fight was kind of trash, though. Wouldn't coming to stay with Dante and Trish be closer and lovers still hold up since that was during DMC 1? The term being closer and lovers is one of those weird statements to where like it can literally just mean anything. It just means they're really close.
You can actually like say that parental love is like that as well.
Your parental love must have been pretty nice, Kyle.
Jesus. Well, on the other hand, at least the next.
Oh, bitch! Don't hate me because my parents like me.
Yeah, no. Next step out is gonna be
for
interesting.
one of the silliest boss fights in the game.
All right, let's watch Mangler lose both his lives now.
I mean, like I said, like everyone says, Sun Wukong's gonna take that. He's gonna win that. Because even here's the thing, like Wukong is better in just about every stat. He's a better fighter, has better hacks, better AP, better speed. Well, okay, no. I can argue Hercules being just as fast, if not faster, actually. But other than that, Sun Wukong's the shit. Yeah, no, I can actually make a case for him in that.
May I ask what the case is? Because if I recall correctly, Sun Wukong jumped to the end of the universe and back. And
okay, so where it comes from is you can actually make an infinite speed case for like Greek gods, but
I called it.
Yeah, no. That's where I was getting at here. I don't agree with it, obviously, but it's a case you can nonetheless make. It's a case you can make. Now, I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying that I'm just throwing it out there. Normally, I would probably scale like Hercules around like massively faster than like Plus. Still way slower than like Wukong, but yeah, nonetheless still. But you know, if you take everything into account, Wukong is just better in like every way. It's ridiculous. Because like, here's one of the things you have to deal with. So one of the issues with trying to kill Wukong is like, for one thing, he's not bound by life and death. He literally completely removed his name from the Book of Death, and like literally cannot be killed by conventional means. Two, he basically has he has an ability to resurrect himself for every transformation he has. And by the end of the series, by the end of like the mythology, he basically has infinite transformation. So basically, he can just resurrect himself infinite times. Push comes to shove.
Sounds like a fucking like what's it called? Fanfic character.
Well, to be fair, he was one of the original mythology characters, so.
Whoa.
Well, no, you have to understand. You have to understand that Wukong was intentionally meant to be powerful because it's supposed to convey that this dude is immortal and is basically the best of the best, which, in all fairness, basically is more or less true, unless you just account for other stuff.
Modern day OC writers fucking sweating that they were beat by some fucking Chinese dude 3,000 years ago.
Is the best in his own like mythology, like in his own stories.
No, Buddha's stronger than him.
Yeah, I was gonna mention, unless you count, because here's the thing, by technicality, well, it depends, because if you want to be technical, Journey to the West is like the first fanfic.
The first OC writer showing up to fucking set the bar for years to come. Radon should have beat Molina.
What? So, where does the infinite speed argument for the Greeks come from?
Basically, well, Infamous.
Infinite. He said
infinite.
Oh, infinite. So, okay, there's actually a lot of things. Oh, well, not a lot of things, but there's actually some things. For one thing, what it comes from is one feat that, what was it, Zeus? Oh, yeah, what was it? One feat that Zeus has is, and I'm trying to remember what was the scripture that this comes from. I think it was called how do you pronounce it? I don't know, I'll just link the name some other time. There's this one feat where he was able to, like, affect the entirety of chaos, aka the infinite void and the like. And depending on how you want to take that, you could argue his attacks are infinite in that case. But although the issue with that is, personally, it's a little vague on what they mean by that, honestly. Listen. The biggest issue with why I'm not fully on board with infinite speed Greek gods is because a lot of the stuff aren't with clarity. So it's like, okay, so like how though? That's the question.
How?
And that's kind of just
some crap.
That's kind of the fault. And this is kind of a fault of the period at the time as well, so it's like, you know, I'm not even mad at it. That's just how the stories were at the time, so, But no, there's actually some argument. There's actually quite a bit of arguments you can make infinite speed Greek gods, but it's like I'm not fully on board with them out of the like sheer vagueness of how they're done and so on and so forth. Cause like, what was I gonna say? And the crazy thing about it too is like, basically Wukong is just at an advantage in almost every way too. Even the cosmology for the verse is much bigger than the Greek cosmology, which at most is like what 2C size at most.
Downplay. There's a
Meanwhile, sorry, go on.
There's a channel called Literally Who that it has a how powerful is some or how strong is some Wukong. I see.
You know, and if some Wukong sounds OP, that's kind of the point. Literally, almost any OP character has their existence for some Wukong.
I never understood why Dante gave me so, Dante has a statement in 5 where he says, when I saw you for the first time, I wasn't sure, but then I saw how the emotion reacted, and I was certain he was your father. Now, I was under the impression this was initially referring to when Nero DT's emission plan when he fights Dante, but he's actually being mission 6. So in the novel, it confirms that Dante, basically he's supposed to go to the Order of the Sword to, like, kill all of the generals, but they leave during the commotion that happens after the Festival of the Sword. And so he travels back to rendezvous with Trish at Fortuna Castle, and he's trying on something in front of a mirror, and then he DTs. And he's like, what the hell? Why am I going into this? And then he realizes that basically something set off his devil trigger because he heard the call of a soul similar to his. And then he realizes that Nero is in the castle.
Yes.
So he realizes, yeah, that kid's related to me.
You know, I couldn't tell by his white hair, gray eyes, and literal same phenotype, but yeah, now I'm for sure he's related to me. Do you understand how fucking stupid Dante has to be in order to not realize Nero's related? Nero has the same problem too! Nero doesn't realize it right away! You dumb fucks! True, there's not much demon and human hybrids in the DMC-verse, right? No, they have the exact same phenotype. As far as we know, Matir doesn't have gray eyes.
Well, actually, that's not even the problem. It's just like, literally the only clan of hybrids you can argue that existed that were, like, prospering at one time were on Vito Marlite, and they were all massacred by Argosax. So the sample size for the hybrids that he could be looking at are basically non-existent. I guess Dante just wanted solid proof, because that's kind of how he always operates.
Solid proof. So his solid proof is that his soul felt someone similar. Any hybrid would be similar to Dante. Solid proof. Don't bring up solid proof in front of me again.
I mean, well, so that's actually not true. He wasn't sensing his blood, he was sensing his soul specifically. And souls in DMC carry the powers of their ancestors, so there's no reason he'd be sensing the same thing. If they're not, like, genetically related to you. But...
You know what Death Now needs?
Bring down that sandwich.
You know what Death Now needs? They need the true West versus East matchup. Where is my Hulk Hogan versus All Might?
Bro.
There's actually a lot of human/demon hybrids at the Spar, but I just aren't our level.
You know it's really funny. If you give it a bit of thought, you can find a lot of connections between All Might and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, you can.
What, do they both have sex tapes that were, like, leaked to the public?
No, unfortunately, All Might doesn't.
Not yet. Please just die. Thank you.
You can argue for Uni Undertaker. I'm sure you can.
I mean, there is already a uni version of Undertaker, although I wouldn't argue, like, the regular Undertaker's universal, though, personally.
That depends. That depends if you want to scale into Matt Hardy. Because I would.
Human, hybrids and DMC. There was until Argosax them all 300 years.
Yes, there were a lot of hybrids until Sparta decided to throw them all at one person to try and stop them.
So where would this bump FFXV? Bruh, did I miss a whole entire fucking FF discussion?
It wasn't much of a discussion. I was just bringing up that what I found in, well, we already talked about it. I was just bringing up what I found in the Strangers of Paradise now that I beat the game. Damn it!
Yeah, you did mention you did mention in the server you beat the game as well.
Yeah. Hang on. I think I'm gonna take a break from the game. I don't think I'm gonna go straight into endgame anytime soon. I'm gonna wait for maybe the DLC to drop before I do that. Yeah, no. So I was just talking about that.
It's the same bot.
Yeah, I know. They wait. Ironically enough, I think the bot just doesn't show up on Kyle's streams for some reason.
Dude, they don't show up on my streams because my streams are so Sigma.
Okay, talking about when you say endgame, Stranger of Paradise, the new Final Fantasy game that dropped. The DLC for Stranger...
Can somebody tell... Hang on a sec. Mangler, leave and come back.
Alright. Mangler has officially... Mangler, the run is over. Kyle is not a channel yet. Anyways. What was I gonna say? So, what are y'all opinions on the Sisters of Fate? I don't know, it's just asking for. Alright, Mangler.
I'm gonna hear you over the sound of connection being good. What did you say?
So, you're done. You hit your 8 debt.
Oh, yes.
Also, you were freaking out there. God of War. The Sisters of Fate were just stupid in God of War, I'd say. All right, so Mangler, you made to mission.
I'm not even gonna lie.
They were literally.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like the God of War version has like the worst version of fate manipulation that I have seen from the Sisters of Fate in fiction. I think even Blood of Zeus has a better version.
Yeah, apparently the Star Screws of...
I just think the way that they work.
Oh yeah, because Zem already talked to me about this. I'm kind of mixed on the matter, honestly. But then again, I've already mentioned before that I think Strangers in Paradise in general is just a bit of a weird spot. And, well, really, then again, it just comes into question with the whole, canonicity of all kinds of shit in fucking FF.
Yeah, I'm fine using it. Stay on DMD, no. Well, no, so the problem is that Mangler has the challenge run set up to where if he dies 7 times or more, or like 7 times, the run's done. So that was...
X amount of times equivalent to gold orbs or yellow orbs, then the run is over. It'll be Devil's Try.
I defeated Radon yesterday. That's great, Pip Demon. You beat Radon. I still have to beat Elden Ring, so I should really get on that now that I've cleared Stranger of Paradise. Oh, Devil's turn? No, Devil's working. Right, Devil? He's not here right now. For shame.
No. Next time, Devil's turn.
Yes. At this point, I think that's about it for the stream then, because this was mainly Mangler's stream. So, ironically enough, we had a lot of viewers today. Thank you guys for coming out. No, hang on. I can't read what the fuck the message says. Hang on.
Neo, do something. Like what?
You can make him fall in the lake.
The gods are still bound with time. The gods are still technically bound by the timeline. Sisters of Fate are just kind of... They're very incompetent. Because their powers kind of rely on them to work together. Because they have to cooperate with one another in order to manipulate the threads. Because the way that the threads work is that basically one of them can bind and will them, the other. Each of them, I think Clotho basically extends the thread, and then I can't remember if it's Lachesis or Atropis, basically views it, and then the other one cuts it. So if Lachesis or Atropis basically has a very different perspective and intentions involving the thread or future of someone that they're viewing, and they just decide, oh, that's not interesting, then they might not even read it.
Well, let me ask then. Kyle, would you be willing to play Jack 2 or no?
Or they might go out and send one of their messengers or their servants to directly interact with that person.
Do you guys want to stick around for the streams then? Because if we're gonna stick around, we're gonna swap out this. Because usually we stream for at least another hour before we call it quits, but we can do like another 2 hours. Well, depending on how much Kyle can.
No, it didn't. Was still here.
What? I'm sorry, what was that, Mangler?
I said, is my Twitch still here?
That's on the screen, but that's it. All right, Kyle. If you'd be so kind as to switch over to Jack and Daxter, I'm gonna have to end the stream here. Top 10 strongest Ultimate characters. I'm surprised it hasn't done our top 10 yet.